last time.
I don't mind if you don't, Takumi.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, I need to turn the music down because I can barely hear myself think.
Yep, rule 1 of any game IDM is the music volume is your problem. I can't be bothered until I find a way of turning down every song at once rather than individually. I leave that in your court.
It's fine,
Yeah,
that's why
it's
they
fine.
gave us sliders.
If I do remember, first and foremost, it started with, I think it was Takumi who was just entering the Sand Village, right?
Mhm.
So he had just got there before deciding to. He's searching out a tutor in the Sand Village who would help him with fire jutsu. He came to the village main square. He doesn't exactly have a social compass, so he's kind of just there. As he got there, he met most of our characters in a market square. I'm pretty sure I just robbed a guy for bread, either that or he charged me double. Once that happened, we were all called to a jonin whose name I've forgotten, sorry. I'll find him eventually. Where we were sent on a scavenging mission to find... Was it just water or was it supplies as a whole? I'll just say it was just water for now. Where we were sent to get just water, or enough that we can at least supply the village. We went out, managed to find some. We tracked underneath I suppose, outpost that had a rogue ninja. And we found a shrine of some kind of beast that has or had a Jinchuriki, but it isn't a tailed beast. I jotted that down. Then we managed to get some water. We did a bit of peacekeeping. And as we returned to the village, the Kazekage decided to visit. And, I think, what was it? He came to meet the Kazekage to make a diplomatic agreement that they get water in return for us sending ninja, I think?
They wanted their Jinchuriki as well.
Yeah, which I know. Okay. And then once that happened, the Mizukage decided to put on a show and exploded into water, leaving both of his guards for dead. And I think that's where the session left off.
Yep. Well done. Have a will of fire.
Yay!
Congrats.
Okay. We are now a day removed from that. Everyone here has had a chance to go away and rest up. Everyone has basically found some various form of shelter. Most of you are sand residents, so like I said, I basically asked everyone to pick a residential district so you can be from wherever you want. Obviously you, Takumi, you will have found a place to stay around here in the general refugee section because you came here for a specific purpose. Did I even... I did, fuck yes. So, does anyone in particular want to go first?
I did the recap, so I'll let one of the other two go first.
How about it, Tenzin? You want to go first, or should I?
You can go first. I'm still half asleep.
Oh, alright. Sure, I'll go first.
Did no one sleep? Am I the only person that went to bed before the game?
I was too excited for the game, so I couldn't sleep. I literally was just sitting in the dark for like an hour.
Cool, no worries then.
I don't get off work till like 2 o'clock, and then I don't sleep till like 6.
Oh, jeez. Fair enough, man. That's cool. I will do my best to keep everyone awake. Oh, half the playlist is calming fucking ambience. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna play combat music during every conversation just to keep people up. Like,
Sorry, I got the
okay.
Dynasty Warriors music.
I do have mostly Dynasty Warriors music, I'm not going to lie. So, I guess we'll start with Takumi then. So, Takumi, it's not the most pleasant sleep you've ever had. There is still, even especially here in the refugee district, even compared to the rest of the Sand Village, the degree of poverty this village is undergoing is radiating. The bed that you are given is practically just a hodgepodge of assembled wood. The sheet you are given isn't so much a bed cover as it is just a cut open burlap sack, which by itself is incredibly unpleasant and scratchy, on top of already being in the desert heat. It is not the best night's sleep you've ever had, needless to say.
Your bed's a brick with a bit of tarmac on it.
Yeah, fantastic.
But it is a new day. It is a new day in the Sand Village.
Yeah, for sure. So, as Takumi wakes up, he just kind of does his daily routine, which is several stretches, looking around to make sure there's no random combustions anywhere with any of the flammable stuff. And he kind of looks around and he's like, wow, they don't even have to sleep on the floor here. It's pretty good. Could be better, but certainly not as bad as when I was training. As he preps to head out and find Master Zai.
So, I would like you to please make me an investigation check. As you ask around for people to find Master Zai.
If I was Master Zai, where would I be? Well, I'd be where a master is, of course. Now, the question is, where would a master be?
So, you ask around a couple people to find out, first and foremost, to make sure that you are actually on the money, that this guy exists and is the person to help you. There is a degree of hesitance about pointing you towards him, and you can't quite pinpoint why, but they do confirm that he is somewhere here in this refugee district, which is a bit strange because he very much seems to have, at least as far as you knew, you were under the impression that he was a sand shinobi, so why he's here in the refugee district is a bit strange.
This is a rather unique circumstance. If he prefers austere buildings like Master Hanzo, then training's gonna suck again. Kinda really don't want to do that. And he's just kind of gonna start taking just winding paths all over the refugee district, just hoping that he runs into him.
Give me another investigation check. Well, that'll do. As you're traveling around, you come across a quite small hut with modest surroundings. It's relatively well built compared to the rest of the other makeshift shacks around this district. You can see numerous scrolls on the walls and book upon book of what you can tell to be almost memoirs. An old man with long hair and beard sits upon his porch, just sullenly reflecting upon the day.
Sheesh. This guy looks like he hasn't had food in years. And water in decades. hello, rather old and disheveled-looking man. Uh, could you point me in the direction of one Master Azai? I am looking for him. I have a letter to deliver and some other things to do as well with him.
The man looks up at you curiously. His eyes slightly disheveled, silvering over from age, are still able to assess you and goes, "Ah, a leaf shinobi. You have come seeking me, have you?"
Takumi does a double take and he's like, no, I don't think so. I'm looking for Master Azai, fire style user, probably very handsome looking as all fire style users are,
He
powerful.
gives like a horsey, dry chuckle out loud and just goes, "Ah, those days have long passed, I'm afraid. But I am who you seek. I am Master Moritsune Azai."
He kind of leans down a little just to inspect him closer. Not too close, but just enough that he can make out the finer details. Really? Are you sure? You look, no disrespect, but you look like a drunkard.
He kind of laughs to himself and goes, "Ah, young shinobi. One thing you will learn in time is to respect an old man in a world where the young tend to die first."
I guess. Well, if you are who you claim to be, then I have this letter for you. As he puts down the letter 5 feet away from the teacher because he doesn't get close to anybody. And he keeps his distance at all times. So, this was from my former master, Hanzo. He wanted me to give this to you, and he said that you would help me continue my training.
He extends his hand out for the letter.
Takumi gets within 5 feet of him, places the letter down, and doesn't make physical contact, and then he steps back a couple more feet.
He takes the letter and goes, "Oh, an Uchiha seal. Curious, I thought all the Uchiha had black hair. No disrespect, son, but your hair's whiter than mine."
Yeah, some things happened, and that's kind of why I'm here. I just need to receive some training.
He breaks the seal and begins to read through the letter. And once again, gives a little hoarse chuckle and goes, "Ah, my boy. I can fully sympathize with your plight. Truly would be an honor of mine to teach such a young, promising fire style user. I dare say it's been some time since I've had an apprentice. Unfortunately, I find myself in a difficult situation." He reaches over and takes a scroll, which also has a broken wax seal that he hands towards you. Give me a history check.
All right.
That's enough. You recognize the broken seal as that of the Kazekage's office. Effectively, the letter is very formal, very polite, very apologetic. It thanks Master Azai for all he has done in his service to the Sand Village. And it's almost a recognition of his power, particularly of his unique brand of fire-style jutsu, called the Scorch Release. Unfortunately, given that it is a time of drought, the Kazekage has, until further notice, suspended his ability to practice fire jutsu, given how potent Master Azai is at it, because they can't afford any additional dehydration during this drought.
I see. This makes things rather difficult, but wouldn't it be fine if we just practiced outside of the village? I mean, it's all sand out there anyways.
I'm sure we could. It would be most difficult if we were to have water supplies, but... Are you in this village long, my boy?
Fair enough. I haven't been too long. I passed the test that you set for me. That's how I came to find out. It's been about a day.
Test? I set no test.
No, the test at the marketplace. I went and I helped the squad of Genin find water for the village.
Did you now?
Yes, they even gave us extra rations.
There is a moment where he just kind of strokes his beard in thought and goes, "Ah, yes, you must forgive an old man's memory. What's your name, young shinobi?"
I am Takumi Uchiha. I am a shinobi of the Leaf.
Well, young Takumi, I set you a second test then. If you can help this village overcome our drought problem, I swear it upon my honor as a member of the Azai clan that I will teach you all I know that there is to know about the fire style.
Alright, that sounds easy enough. I just have to get a lot of water.
Precisely. If my restriction on being able to practice is lifted, there is nothing restricting me in teaching you.
Yeah, he rubs his chin for a second and he thinks.
He hands you your letter and also the one forbidding him and goes, "Go to the Kazekage's office. Inform them that you are now my student and that you are of use to the sand until further notice."
Alright. Right away, master. As he immediately starts heading off in the direction of what he thinks is the Kazekage's tower. He's just kind of walking around. He just kind of heads west, like straight west.
Yep. He just kind of stops you and goes, It's the massive building in the center square, boy. You can't miss it."
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where I was heading to. I was taking the scenic route as he redirects himself to go back south over to the main building.
You have successfully found Master Azai.
We did it!
Meanwhile, who would like to go next?
I suppose I'll go next.
Cool. So, Sabito, you and Haru assist the Kazekage back to the tower. This is no big surprise to you. You have been around this tower often enough. Often in secret, but nonetheless, you are very used to the layout of the tower. You head up the main stairs of the palace, through the winding corridors and up the many narrow staircases, and you are eventually led towards a small private quarters. Two Jonin originally stand at attention, on alert as they see you and Haru approaching. But when they see it is the Kazekage you're assisting, he raises his hand and they stand down. Haru reaches over and gets the door and opens to a bed quarters. The walls are covered in various reinforcement scrolls. There are numerous chakra implantations and effectively what's a combination of some sort of forbidden rite and what is functionally just an IV drip next to a hospital bed. As the Kazekage, with a wheezing cough, gets back into bed and reattaches himself to the device with a long wheeze. Thank you, both of you.
You're a damn fool for getting out of bed, even if it was for the Mizukage.
No. He once again lets out a long wheeze and goes, "These days I think anyone would have to be a damn fool to lead. But it's not the man that he respects, Sabito. It's the image. It's the image of a man that he couldn't kill that will stay his action."
Suppose that's true. A mental battle's always harder than a physical.
You know, he puts on the face mask and takes a deep breath of the gaseous medical chakra as he relaxes into bed. He goes,
You
The
were
thing
trying
is-
to hold back a cough. Back out there.
"The thing is, my boy, it's not just water that this village is short on. It's hope. Anything that we can do to give the people something to believe in is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. It's my biggest regret that you have spent your time with all these reservations, with this hatred, not just for the mist, but for your fellow shinobi. Is it too much for an old Kage to ask for you to believe in better?
Well, this village hates me. I know as much. Doesn't mean that I need to hate it back. I've always dedicated myself to try and better the lives of everyone around me, learning under you.
He shakes his head and goes,
able to grasp it.
"It's not you they hate, Sabito. The mist has cultivated that hatred and that frustration. They're just looking for somewhere for it to go. I'm sorry that it ended up being you, my boy."
No great man is ever without holding shoulders. Every hero had to hold up something. However, before anyone can listen, I do have something private to ask of you.
You know, he looks over to Haru, who just instinctively goes, "I can excuse myself, that's not a problem," and leaves the two of you alone.
Okay. Well, it's two things, really, but my training of water release has been going well.
He just kind of looks up and smiles and goes, "Nothing would bring me more comfort than for them to see you as the savior of this village, my son."
Like, it's not nearly as strong as anyone who's proficient. I can only make 10 gallons maximum, but I'm getting there.
He ponders for a moment and goes, "We have a meeting with the council shortly. I would ask that you join me."
Of course. As he quickly looks around, and he knows that there's a chance the guards can hear them, so he'll just go, of course, Lord Kazekage.
No. He gives a little nod. But give me 2 seconds, I'm just getting a phone call from my mother. Given that it's my birthday, I should probably answer. I will be 2 minutes. I'll just tell her I'll call back after the game.
Yeah, that's fine. Happy birthday.
All right, guys, we are so in. The plot is moving along. I just have to solve the most major crisis this village has ever faced, and then I can start my training. By the time we get to Shippuden, I'll maybe have learned another D-rank jutsu.
Let's go!
We're so in!
Hey, bro, you chose this life. You chose this life, bro.
I have to shoulder the hatred of an entire village under the crippling debt of the fact that if I ever get found out that I can use water release, I'll get assassinated.
For some ungodly fucking reason, Foundry doesn't seem to be very liking of puppet masters. I've had to put in almost everything.
Oh yeah, no,
make
it's
my
like,
own shit.
there's certain things that Foundry just kind of shits the bed on. It fucking hates auto-calculating the AC for taijutsu specialists. Like on our,
I'm also gonna have to ask this of you, by the way. At some point, whenever you want, if you know how to make like custom weapons and equipment, you're gonna have to make me stuff because I can't do it myself for my 8 gates. Because unless you just want me to edit all my stats, I just have to remember it.
Yeah, I'll try and figure that out. But
Thanks.
Yeah, even if it's a case of like we make like literal separate sheets for like 8 gates forms or something, we'll figure.
Yeah, I've got my normal like the G sheet, and I've made the 8 gates effects thing, so I can just tell what it is. Luckily, gotta do all this shit, bro. Gotta have to put in my own AC. Shaking my head, bro.
Yeah.
Also, my AC is a lot higher than I thought.
What's it up to now?
Because of the thing I chose, my AC is up to 20 now.
Oh, filthy.
Because my weapon has thinged custom formula. Yeah, I'll just put 20.
As an intelligence, I've got 17, which for me is good.
I got 18 because of chakra skin. It's so baller.
Yeah,
I think the highest on the fucking Konoha side is like 16.
Damn. We're gonna smoke these guys.
Facts. You guys are so fucked.
That, and to be fair, we all have at least one form of defense.
I'm literally just aware. I am human armor, bro.
Your
Not
defense
me.
is
More damage.
Your defense is everything that tries to hurt you is dead before it can.
Okay, let's check this out. Okay, because this is my weapon.
I'm that one Skyrim guard. The best defense is a good offense.
Attack, normal.
It's not bad.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it's working.
Cool.
For some reason, I put in my own formula, and now whenever I put 20, it'll add a +2, so it'll be 22. So oh, it's because of that. Okay. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Also, got to remember that I have DR.
Cool. So, while we are getting to that next scene, who wants to go next? I am going to come back to Sabito. There is a follow-up, but...
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm cool to go next.
Cool. So... He said, you are in the Puppeteer District, slaving away as you have done for the last however many weeks. And after putting in the final component and tightening the final screw, you have done it. You have completed your puppet suit. The steam valves function, the joints bend the way you intended to. You are relatively certain. Maybe there'll be future iterations when you finally manage to get it down. But it is done. It is wearable.
He looks at it, and he just a single tear rolls down his eyes. He just goes, "It's perfect. Now I actually have to run the testing on whether or not I can move in it." Ah, shit. As he presses a little hidden button on its like neck area to open it, as he pops inside of it, it like opens up in the back like power armor.
It's a little strange in the first instance, given that you have very much intended for it to be skin tight as best to feed off the steam valves and everything else. So, first and foremost, it is boiling in the first instance, but that's very much by design. And over time, the temperature starts to regulate. and you hear the first telltale signs of a as the internal engine begins to chug, and it works as intended.
Oh, now I gotta go show this to my parents. They'll be so proud.
Yep.
As he goes to walk over, as he bumps his head into the door, as he forgets that, this is, even though it's skin tight, it still has about close to maybe a foot of metal on its shoe. So he's extra tall now. As he's like, okay, I gotta duck.
As you turn around, there is a puppet in front of you.
Do I recognize the puppet?
It's quite a generic brand, but it's just kind of like, there's just a generic, like, almost like a mannequin. It has makeup that has been drawn onto the face, and it gives you a polite curtsy.
I curtsy back. Weird puppet design.
It extends its hand, and there is a small card on it. An invitation to the theatre.
Is it like... is it literally just you were invited to the theatre?
Literally, yes.
He takes it, he goes... He looks at it, looks up, goes... I really want to show this to Mum and Dad first, but I guess I gotta... As he, like, motions to the puppet to go, so he can follow it.
Yep. The puppet gives a bow, walks over to the nearest rack on the sales district, and hangs itself up to be ready to sold again. The vendor looks over like, what the hell? And you see as, like, numerous puppet strings detach and begin snaking their way through the streets, all the way back to the theatre itself.
Oh. I took a long rest because my character sheet needed thinging.
Yeah, everyone's had a long rest. It's a new day.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was about to say, if it's not, I'm fucked. Because, I activated all the gates. I would literally be slugging it, bro.
Yeah, no, it is indeed a new day.
Well, I follow the puppets as he's like thinking in his head the amount of chakra and the amount of precision it would actually take to control this many puppets in such a fast succession.
So, you travel to the theatre house. Even as regularly as this place gets attended, it smells of various forms of dust and varnish and the slightest bit of petals that have been attempted to get over the smell of dust and varnish, and the slightest hint of blood. There are no people in attendance, but the stage is alight with a performance as you watch. You see, on stage, there are two puppets of quite generic builds, certainly nothing that you would be particularly proud to show off, but one puppeteer stands there, eagerly trying to... They seem to be conducting both of their own puppets in a fight against one another. It's very slow, it's very clumsy, and you hear, a clapping of a whip on the ground of, no, faster, you can do better than this! As the lady of the theatre is overseeing everything. The young shinobi just looks back and forth at her like, what am I meant to do? I'm fighting myself? How am I meant to go any faster? She goes, that is the trick, young shinobi. If you can predict your own moves and then predict the counter to those, if you are 5 steps ahead of yourself, how is the enemy meant to predict what you do?
Poor eyes look at it, like hearing this, he's like, in his head he's like, that makes no sense.
She goes, step aside. As you see, Madame Cho, the lady of the theatre, step forward. She raises her hands and numerous masks rise up, heading in various directions off stage, and when they come back, they are all attached to various mannequin-like puppets, much like the ones that you had seen in the theatre. They either draw or retract several blades from themselves. And out of nowhere, the stage becomes a melee as two sides of the theatre begin to engage each other, 24 puppets on each side in a full melee, as she stands there waving her hands as if composing a beautiful symphony. Puppets fall. Some are torn completely asunder. When one of the puppets, wearing a shogun-like headdress, impales another with a golden crown to the chest, and she goes, "Oh, the Western Army won this time. How novel." She dismisses them, and all of the puppets return to their original places. She turns around, she sees you. "Ah, young Hisen! How good to see you! Come, show me what you've been..."
My brain, did you say Heisen? Young Heisen? Yo?
Hisen, yeah, my bad.
Disgusting. No, I'm joking. He goes by the fucking sounds his puppet makes most, just a hiss. He just follows as he's like a little bit like taken aback by what he just saw. He never really thought that puppets, could be moved in that way.
No. She goes straight over to you and is immediately looking over the puppet with... It's hard to get an exact read on her, given that her mask has no facial expression whatsoever, but she is looking over your puppet much in the same that you would. She's going everything from head to toe, checking every single screw, and goes, "Fascinating. You've done something I don't think I've seen anyone else do. Which is something I haven't seen anyone else do."
Well, I hope so. This is my own design. If someone had already made this, I'd be quite sad.
She taps the armor on the head and goes, "The thing is, Yonkurai, when you are an innovator, when you create art of your own, sooner or later someone is going to copy you. They're going to try and do better. They might even say they did it first. The burden upon you, young innovator, to always outpace your own genius."
That's what I'm striving for, madam. Does Karai know of this person, or is he just
Every
being...
puppeteer will know of
okay.
Madame Show. She
Yeah.
is the quintessential puppet master of the Sand Village.
He just goes, "I'll strive for better, Madam Show."
She's like the Hashirama of puppet ninja.
Basically.
Well, like, bro, Sasori of the Red Sand puppet, bro.
And she goes, "So have you decided upon a brand?
A brand?
A brand, something that makes it clear that it's your puppet, something that makes everyone know that is Kurai Futon on the horizon."
No, I've never given it much thought. I'll have to go back to the workshop and try and make one.
She just kind of, "Oh, it's not something that's created. It's something that..." She breathes deeply through her teeth and goes, "It's only forged in one of two things, young Kurai. In gold or blood."
Well, I hope I have to find it soon.
No. She just kind of smiles and goes, "I'm sure you will. No, I'm sure this is a monumental day for you. Apologies. So, when I just wanted the first look myself."
Well, what do you think? Is it okay? I still think there's some improvements to be made.
There's always improvements to be made. As soon as someone reaches perfection, they stop. And the worst thing you can do as an artist is stop.
Of course, it still needs, well, battle testing, to put it simply.
Well, you know exactly where to go for that. Head by the Kazekage office. I'm sure they'll have something.
Well, now that I know I can move in this thing, I should most likely leave. He's a little bit creeped out by her, I'm not gonna lie.
Most are. You're not unique in that.
That sounds about right. As he's like, he just like moves around. He's still like, his movements are still quite choppy. He's not like gotten used to it yet. It's almost like moving in like a new body.
She just kind of laughs and goes, "Oh, it hisses! How quaint, how wonderful, how delightful."
Well, till we meet again, as he fucking bolts it out of there.
Yep.
He runs away, bro. It's just loud fucking bangs, bro.
Yep. As you're, as you are heading outside, you immediately spot there is another puppeteer that you have gotten to know quite well over time. You wouldn't say that you are rivals, but you're definitely people that are on the same wavelength of trying something new. You're quite familiar with the Kishu family. They are mostly known for creating effectively automated wagons, I suppose is the best way to think of it. They're looking at means of making better desert transport. Not so much for military, but also for civilian use. And much like yourself, young Ryobe Kishu has been trying to create something that is a hybrid between the two of you. As you come out, you find yourself looking up at the young shinobi mounted upon the puppet of his own design. He
gives a... Oh, God.
No, go ahead.
I was just about to say, he gives it like a little like tap with his knuckle and goes, good proportions. He's trying not to be impressed.
Yeah, you get the impression that he's very much doing the same as he looks you over and goes, "Same for you. It's not a tight fit in there."
No, I made it a tight fit. It moves as I plan.
But you're still young. What are you going to do if you put on muscle? What are you going to do if you get taller? You're just going to rebuild it from scratch?
Well, you see, actually, I've fitted it so that if I expand through any means, or if I were to get bigger, it actually goes with me. All I need to do is put more armor in the slottings.
Oh, you've really thought of everything.
Not everything just yet. It's still susceptible.
Yeah. He gives a little smirk between the mask and just goes, "Anyway, me and the squad are heading out on the southern borders today. Have you guys been given an assignment yet?"
I don't think so. No, we've just come back recently from the. Where did we come back from, DM? Like, what was the local location?
You guys, you were sent out on the northern quarter. Effectively, that's as much as you would probably tell anyone, considering you're not telling people officially what you found.
We recently came back from the northern quarter itself.
Yeah, heard you guys came back with a couple gallons.
Yeah, we came back with a bit of water. We also, killed some land sharks, if there ever was such a thing. What a weird name.
Well, with any joy, we'll be as lucky. It'd be a shame if we started falling behind you guys now the tune-in exams are on the horizon.
You'll always fall behind me, come on.
He laughs heartedly and offers a hand for a fist bump and goes, "Safe travels, Korai."
He bumps, and as soon as he hits his hand, he activates his power fist and sends him flying. No, I'm joking. Just fucking... Oh, we're blasting off again! Nah, he bumps his fist and he just continues walking. He's getting more used to it. You can see in his stride he's getting more confident. At one point, he nearly falls over as he puts too much strength in his foot and his cracks a little bit as he looks behind him to make sure he didn't see.
Yep, you get, as you look, you see Ryobe is kind of cat streets and the horse nearly loses balance. And you see him give the exact kind of glance back at you, hoping you haven't seen that as well.
I look back to make sure that he doesn't think I've seen it.
He does the same, and both of you go separate directions.
Just some random dude looking at this what the fuck just happened?
Perfect. And with that, we will move on to Tenzin. Where are you? What are you doing?
Tenzin is most likely at the marketplace, at the forge where he works. He's currently hammering weapons, repairing weapons, working on orders and whatnot.
Nice. So, as you're working away, you are eventually approached by the Jonin that you saw yesterday. The master of the forge, one of the greatest weaponsmiths of the Sand Village, Nagatoki Rikusho, wanders over from his own weaponsmith forge, where he's currently selling various forms of kunai, tanto, everything else for like Genin essentials, and looks you over and goes, just bringing over that ration order that the Kazekage told to give you. And he tosses over like a couple of gourds of water, a couple of packs of like dried jerky and everything else, and goes, good job out in the field yesterday, kid. I knew you had it in you.
Tenzin is like, he's gonna take the food and water, and he's like, just gonna bow very respectfully. And thank you, sir. This means a lot to me. My mother and I have been.
He just kind of looks over like what you're doing and goes, it's honest work what you do, kid. I know other people, they look at what us blacksmiths do and they think, how can you make 1,000 kunai every day? And it's like, well, you think about it, you make 1,000 kunai a day, the next day you make another 1,000, they're better than the 1,000 before. Every day has better kunai, it makes the Sand Village stronger. They don't appreciate the work that we put into this kind of thing.
It it does become quite the headache, yeah.
No, he just kind of like takes a moment and just slumps back and goes, let me ask you something, kid. Where do you see yourself in a year, 2 years' time? You see yourself 10,000 kunai deep? You see yourself making yourself some grand masterpiece? You see yourself in Jonin robes like me? What's the future for young Tenzin?
I can't say I ever thought about it that deeply. You know, just going by one day at a time.
Yep. You know what I want to happen one day? I want people in future generations, when we're up to like 10th, 15th, 20th Kazekage out in the future, I want people to be studying history. I want them to be going through bodies in the field. I want them to find some skeleton with a kunai in its skull. I want them to pull that kunai out, and I want them to go, you know what? That's a Rikusho kunai. And you can tell immediately.
Well, when you put it like that, it does sound rather amazing.
He goes, you know something, kid? You got something I don't see a lot of these new generation. They don't have the same drive as people of the forge like me and you do. They're soft. But you're tempered like iron. You have a couple missions like the one from yesterday, and I dare say I can get you some recommendations. If you want to try making something on a little bigger hammer, bigger anvil, I got some designs I think you'd like.
I don't. Fuck, my bad.
It's a weird voice, I'm not gonna lie.
My bad. I'd actually appreciate the work.
I genuinely don't remember what accent I get. I'm gonna watch the VOD of last episode, I'd be like, "Oh, you idiot!"
But his accent was nowhere near that,
Yeah,
from what I
He
remember.
was
Maybe
like,
I'm
it was like
not even
knockoff
close.
Arnold. I remember. It was like
Oh,
knockoff
well.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna actually go onto the video and watch it now.
okay, I'm not. Well, the Brooklyn accent's easier to do, so fuck it. He's from
That's fine.
he's from the Ninja Bronx now. Love it.
Okay, wait, I've got it. Let me hear it. Wait.
The Ninja Bronx.
Yeah, you know, right near Ninja Queens.
It's like normal Queens, but with ninjas. So it's Queens.
Basically. Oh, Queens is terrifying. Like last time I went to Queens, I literally got out of an Uber and a guy came up to me and was like, "Hey man, can I buy some weed?" I was like, "I'm not a dealer," and he just looked at me and he went, "Really?" I was like, "What do you mean, really? What? What's unbelievable about it?"
That's because you were using an Uber.
It's entirely possible. Probably strange getting an Uber, getting dropped off at Queens at like 3
His
a.m.
accent, I've just watched it, is literally all I hear from you is you. That's it. That's the only like part he talks about.
I'm sure he had like another accent like later on.
He only had 3 spoken lines.
No, bro, like I got to the part where he was like actually showed up, and then it's just the DM talking until he goes you, and you. So let's wait.
I'm just gonna add note from Ninja Bronx. That will do.
Fair enough.
Don't expect any of these voices to be consistent.
Also, it's funny as well. In that thing as well, all I hear is like leads to quick assignments, and then I just hear my voice, anime bitches, just randomly, and then it just stops. I don't know why.
Assignment: anime bitches.
Yeah, it's like looking for someone with water style, and then it goes anime bitches, and then it stops. Whatever reason.
Okay. So Nagatoki goes to walk away and return to his stall. And eventually there is a sound of clinking metal approaching you. Another genin, a good couple inches shorter than yourself, is walking dressed in a mix of bandages and tattered rags. And you can just hear from the sound of the clinking metal the sheer number of weapons that she must have on her person, of knives and various kunai. And she walks up to what you're working on and begin inspecting what you're doing. She picks up kunai, dagger, tanto, kunai, and just seems to go dull, 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 other kind of dull, dull, dull.
Can't you cut me some fucking slack? I'm working like overtime here.
You know, she just kind of goes, you know, do you enjoy this, Tenzin? Because, like, the whole point of using these things is meant to be fun. Like, if you don't enjoy making them, how am I meant to enjoy cutting someone with them?
I think you're over exaggerating a bit as he grabs one of the kunais and just like pricks the tip of his finger. These work perfectly fine.
No, she picks one up and almost over eagerly, like, doesn't so much tip so much as she just like lightly stabs herself in the palm and has a moment of, yo, okay.
Hey, bro. Just from me to you, the voice in your head. This chick's fucking crazy, bro.
She was saying dull, and it was just molten slags. Wasn't even like actual weapons. It was just like the cutouts. Haven't even been hammered yet.
She's nuts, bro. Durant.
Kevin Durant.
My God.
I'll just look back to her. Did you need something?
Yeah, like, so, do you, like, only take Rio, or are you opening for, like, bartering or something?
Well, I'll take whatever water you got.
You know, she goes, sneaky, sneaky. I need that, bro. I'm going to Southern.
Well, if you got something worthwhile to give, I'll take it.
she she drops what looks like a dried lizard and goes, if you heat that up, that's probably pretty tasty.
He looks at the fucking lizard, back to her, back to the lizard, and just gives her like this "what the fuck are you talking about" face.
She goes, fine. I'll see if I can find some Rio on a body or something. She goes away, grabs the lizard, and just starts chewing it as she walks away.
Definitely batshit.
No. Almost immediately, Nagatoki, rushes over and goes, oh, I shouldn't be running in this heat. Hey, kid, just got news from up at the HQ. They're looking for a squad of combat-capable kids, and I dare say that you fit the mold. See what I did there? Like the mold. The mold you're working on.
Bro, his accent's giving me cancer, bro. How can you take this guy seriously? I can't be running in this heat. The mold.
Nah, the mold, man.
The mole man, you see? You hear?
Yeah.
He sounds like someone I know.
It's just he reminds me of like early Kakashi when he would just read what essentially porn in open daylight.
Definitely,
Dude's
that's the
just
kind
a
of
silly
vibe I
dude.
get.
He's a silly dude. Just wait till we got to do the fucking bell test.
Just a silly blacksmith fella.
So, you are all sent, for various reasons, towards the Kazekage Palace. As you get there, the numerous tune-in on patrol, they see you coming, recognizing you as Genin. Takumi, it takes a bit of convincing, given that you have two separate scrolls, but they look at each other and they goes, I mean, do you think he's good enough for that mission? And they just kind of shrug and go, he's an Uchiha. That's meant to be one of the noble families, isn't it? Send him through.
All right. Thanks. Y'all have a wonderful day. So he just kind of passes on by. It's like, this place is a maze.
So, you are sent towards effectively one of the larger halls. Takumi, Korai, and Tenzin, you all get there, and effectively there is just a huge oaken double door that is separating you. You can hear muffled whispers from the other side of the door, but there are two Jonin on patrol that will prevent you from eavesdropping in. Sabito, on the meantime, you once again accompany the Kazekage, this time hooked up to his IV drip, as he leads you into the main advisor's hall. There is someone there waiting for you. Because there isn't just the Kazekage seat that stands open, but you see the head advisor and the emissary to the daimyo of the Land of Wind, Zenko Hashimoto. You've had plenty of times to interact with Zenko. He's a very cold, somewhat detached man, but someone that you've known to trust for duty above all. But there is also someone else.
Oh,
whose character sheet has disappeared, and I must now fix.
They have died. They're no longer
I
there.
don't recognize this person.
They
Therefore,
got
I do not
put-
like them.
They got put in the Kamui dimension.
You have had sparing interactions with this woman, and you are very, very grateful for that, because, needless to say, she's not the most, how to put this, approachable. And
Crazy.
in fact, you are not so much crazy, but she has a reputation. She
Is
tries
it
not.
Rantoba?
It's not Rantoba, not this time.
Damn.
Does she happen to have blonde hair and a boba tea in hand?
Oh, if only. This is me stalling for time while I add the music track.
It's fine.
How dare you?
If this is a basic white girl, I'm scared.
Shaking in his fucking boots. Even worse, it's a basic black girl.
Yep.
It-
There
It's
is
just a downward panel straight at his forehead.
there is a woman standing there with hands upon the desk to the right-hand side of the table. You notice her fingers are long, spindly, and she only appears to have 4 of them, including the thumb, on each hand. Her long hair and fluffy shoulder pads of her robes are covered in cobwebs, as if she had just awoken among a pit of spiders. She turns to you and looks upon you with all 3 eyes.
Oh,
No, it is. Saku
Oh,
Kuma.
yeah.
Sabakuma.
okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh dear. I'd like to think Sabito visibly shrinks. He grows shorter by like 2 inches.
She looks him over and goes, "Your advisors grow younger year on year."
Good afternoon.
No, Rin doesn't regard you. All 3 eyes blink in unison, and the middle one makes almost like a wet squelching noise as it blinks.
Kazekage.
The 4th Kazekage makes his way over to his throne and sits down, overviewing a map of the known world. "You said you had something to show me, Zenko." He looks over to you, Sabito, and back to the Kazekage and goes, "You know that we can't fulfill what the Mist Village has requested. We could maybe stall them for time, but that would ultimately diminish our standing." He points towards a map of the known world. "This is how it stands currently. If we make a deal with the Mist Village, we somehow need to find a way of locating Shukaku's essence. We have no Jinchuriki to offer. Perhaps some of our Ambu could create something that's indistinguishable. Even young Sabito here can control the sand to some degree. Out of the question." The 4th looks up.
If I may interject, about Jinchuriki and Tail Beasts, I have something that may be of interest to you all.
You know, both advisors raise their eyebrows, somewhat unconvinced that a young Genin will have something that's of interest to you, but you are given the floor to speak nonetheless.
Upon my mission Was it yesterday chronologically?
Yes, yeah, it was yesterday.
Okay, I don't know how long it's been technically, but I suppose it's been an eventful 2 days. Upon my mission yesterday, when my team, as he does quotations, and I were exploring, I managed to come across some ruins, so to speak. Now, I could barely put together the words, but luckily, some of the training that I had with the advisor and Lord Kazekage paid off as I was able to reach some of it. As he's gonna pull out his journal, and everything he jotted down about Genbu the turtle, he'll slide onto the table. I managed to find writings of a Jinjuriki but not of a tailed beast. So, a giant being known as Genbu. I could make that out. And it looks to be a turtle.
Zenko leans over to get a look, whereas Rin's hand suddenly slams down on the table and drags it towards her like it was a trapped fly, and reads it over. These are detailed murals. Not something that a mere genin could have invented of a story.
I copied them off of the walls. I tried to make them as accurate to the representation of real life as I could. Missed.
You know, she points to the map and goes, "Mark where you found these ruins."
Shit. It was right underneath that village, wasn't it?
Yep.
Which would mean I'm either going against my father for the sake of some... Alright, okay. Would the team be alright with me marking this? I don't want to go against everyone else.
Marking what?
It is entirely your choice, and given that I have put you in this moral quandary, I will give you a will of fire regardless of your decision.
Because I've told the... I'm essentially in a room with the 3 most dangerous people in the village, bar my father, who's got ninja cancer.
And you're telling them about the place that we went to with the thing in it.
That they explicitly didn't want us telling them about because, you know...
Yeah, but like, at the end of the day, currently speaking, his father's in like a pretty fucked up predicament and they need something to save him, so it's like, I understand it. It's understandable, like, out of character, in character, my guy will feel a little bit betrayed, but that's like, you gotta do what you gotta do in it.
That's fair.
Like, technically speaking, him giving up all of this information will save, quotation marks, the sand, considering the fact that if we don't give them a Jinjuriki, you know, the mist is gonna, you know, fuck us.
He'll silently curse himself and he'll do like a circle around that area. It's around here.
So you've kept it vague enough that you've explicitly given the place away.
Yes.
You know.
I don't remember the exact placement considering we walked quite a while. But...
Rin will hold her sleeve out. A spider will crawl along onto the map, examining the circle you've made, and then crawls off into one of the cracks in the walls.
Can I say this? Do you remember the guy that we met in the fucking thing? I want to talk to them about that guy.
Oh yeah, the desert.
Because remember, we did see that he had also had a seal on him.
Yes. Oh, I should also bring up my team did encounter a person when we were traveling, and before I managed to decipher these, was a... Did we get art of him?
I think you did sketch him, if I remember.
We did get art of him, I remember.
Yeah, we got to see what he looked like. He looked like Sun Wukong, but with a big mallet thing.
Okay, yeah. So, if you turn a page, I did a rough. I'd like to think Sabito's just good at drawing for some reason. He's good at.
It's just stick figures.
Yeah, he's good at sketching shit. We came across a rather peculiar man. He looked very ape-like, so to speak. And he had a big seal on him.
This time it's Zenko who steps forward and goes, "You're very lucky, young Genin. This man is an S-class criminal across the world."
I'd like to think I was very lucky that day. But that's all I have that would be of worth for you, bar obviously the possibility of a tailed beast that isn't a bijou that you could use to make a jinchuriki. That would technically uphold our part of the deal, right?
Yep. It would.
And
everyone looks at each other knowingly and go, but if we did discover something that old, this legendary sacred jinchuriki, is it really something we would hand over to the mist?
If I may, if it is that old, it's certainly powerful, but we don't know its strength in comparison to the One-Tails. It's a matter of perspective. We don't know anything about it, what it can do. It's merely a mural on a wall.
No.
But
Zenko shakes his head and goes, "This is speculation. Your report is greatly appreciated, young Genin. We will create a full report later. For now, Lord Forth, if we might proceed with the plan that we had."
yes, Sabito will take a step to the side.
They will regard the map of the world. Zenko will point with a long wooden pointer outlining the land of rivers, and Sunagakure in the valleys has been under the mist thumb since the Third World War. Part of this drought is the fact that we can't open any trade with the land of rivers. Amigakure similarly has agreed to shut themselves off to us. Our two most reliable sources of water have gone completely dry. Unless we can discover some other form. No, the Fourth takes a moment and goes, "There might be some sense in the offer that the Kazekage made to us. Perhaps it is worth offering some sort of alliance in exchange for a loan of water-style users. But no one said it had to be the mist that we got them from."
But are you proposing that it's a loan from one of those two?
Zenko folds his arms and goes, "Sunagakure won't open trade with us. We'd never be able to get anyone to the leaf in time. Finding out." The Fourth looks at the map and goes, "No one's saying that we need to go east." He points towards the land of mountain streams, towards the marker for Sunagakure, the village hidden behind the moon. Even Rin chuckles deeply in her throat at that. "You intend on sending a team west, through the entire desert?" You said yourself. Oops, sorry, carry on.
So, depending, based on that, would I be able to roll to see if Sabito could kind of, in his head, plot out a possible safe route to get through that?
Give me a I'm going to ask for 2 rolls from you. The first I'm going to ask for is for a history check.
Okay.
And secondly, an insight check. No, sorry, not insight, survival. They're the same score for you, but...
Oh yeah, it's fine. Should get a bonus, I think. No. Okay, so history first. Don't. Give it a minute.
Cool.
My history is I think good. 26.
Yep.
And then
Yep, survival.
Yep. Okay, and depending on, I will spend a will fight at a +5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, 18. Cool. Everything that Zenko has said is on the money. The Land of Rivers is practically a vassal state of the Land of Water at the moment. Even though the war has ended and they are now between the Land of Fire and you get the impression the daimyo is still very much under the thumb of the daimyo of the Land of Water and the Mizukage, given that they trade with the Land of Fire fine, but they are still very much dedicated to the idea of keeping the sand in the drought. Relations with the Land of Fire are good, but given that the Land of Rivers is so far under the thumb and there are almost certainly going to be mist spies there, you would never be able to send a team to the Leaf Village without the Mist Village finding out first and being able to respond to it. Sunagakure at this point is completely shut off. They have accepted the Mist terms, if anything, because it means they don't have to deal with anyone else anymore. So he's quite right in saying that traveling west is basically feeding information to the Mizukage. But he is on the money in saying that the Mist would never know. Their network doesn't extend that far, because why would it? Because practically all of this is desert. You know, even the most experienced scouts maybe make it this far on an expedition. To go this far through salt dunes and through ruins that's not feet, obviously. So you would have a better time if you were to travel through the northern quarters, but it would be riskier given that you suspect there are also spies in the Land of Birds. The Land of Stone is allied with the Land of Earth, who you were at war with, so that would also be slightly risky. It would be more comfortable, but there is more risk of spies to go this route. Going this route, and then through the Land of Streams to get to Sunagakure, has less risk of foreign shinobi, but more risk of it's a desert.
Okay, so I'd like to think Sabito's viewing this like a chessboard.
Yes.
And he's like, okay. And all 3 of them can see him kind of pointing his finger and going, okay, if they were to go up through that way, there's a chance that the spies would be there, but if we go down this way, there's more of a chance of going through the desert, which would mean that the water could run out and we'd run out of food before we even get to the Land of Mountain Streams. But it'd also provide less risk. But if we were to go from the north and then straight, cut through the very edge of the Land of Stone, there's a chance, and there'd be slightly less desert to go through. If I may, as he speaks, would it not be advantageous for us to start and then go upwards slightly and then cut across to go through the very edge of the Land of Stone? Because by then we could possibly go near the border to the point where it would limit the amount of spies that would be in that area, because they'd all be focused either on the main borders to the Land of Wind and or in the main villages in the Land of Stone, and it would also give us a bit of leeway of getting out of the desert quicker than it would be if we were to go straight to the Land of Mountain Streams.
The 4th Kazekage looks to the door and goes, "Let the rest in." The double doors open, and all of you outside the door see the Kazekage, see his head advisor, see the head of Anbu, and Sabito stood around a map. The Kazekage goes, "There's your team, young Sabito. Plan as you will."
That's my what? Oh. Hello? Well, I'll admit I wasn't expecting you all to be here, but I can work with this. We have a mission, so please come forward. I need to relay a plan to you all.
So the Kazekage gives you a pat on the shoulder as Zenko leads him out. Haru also appears and goes, I'd love to be with you guys, but I think my medical jutsu's best used here. The Kazekage seems to be struggling. I think I can help with that.
Alright. You're excused, go. Help who you need to.
Yep. The Kazekage is led away. Rin gives all of you a look over. You see her pupils dart from one person to the next, making a mental note as she goes.
Well, it's probably not exactly the most common thing, especially to see me with those three, but I was planning our mission. I'll give you the basic rundown of what I know so far, and then we can move on from there. Our mission is to try and get back water trade routes, and or connect some kind of trade to get water. Obviously, we can't go to the land of rain or rivers off to the east, because they are with the mist. Neither can we go to the birds or the stone, because they are... they're with the people we were at war with.
Yeah, so the birds has nothing. The birds is just like kind of a they don't have an... They are just... That's just tropics. There's barely any humans in the land of birds. The land of stone is a vassal to the land of earth, much in the way the land of rivers is a vassal to the land of water. And the earth village, like the rock village, did just as much damage to the sand village as the mist did. They collapsed your trade routes, whereas the earth village destroyed bridges, collapsed mines. They did a bunch of economic damage, whereas the land of water basically tried to do a genocide.
Understandable thing to say.
So, we're cut off from the east and the north. So our only real plan is to go west. Which, if you look here, as he kind of does a trail with his finger to the mountain streamland, this is our best place of getting to this village to connect that route. If we get there, there's a chance the mist won't be there and we'd be able to set up water and our trade routes. The plan that I have so far is we go up north and then cut across through the very edge of the land of stone to make sure our time in this desert is as minimal as possible while also minimizing risks.
Seems like a well-formulated plan.
Man, this looks like a lot of walking.
If you're not ready to walk, then you can walk home.
Oh!
I mean, I already walked over here from the leaf, so what's a bit more?
Actually, which way... By the way, yeah, you came from the leaf. Which way did you go to get her?
He just went in a straight
You
line.
just- You just went in a straight line?
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe not. Maybe it was like all over the place. Who knows?
out of character, I suggest we go to the land of bean jam, then noodles, then rice. To definitely get water.
But our main goal right now is to get to the land of mountain streams. That is the best idea that I can come up with. Of course, we've been in the desert. This would be much further than we've ever gone before. We've usually only gone, at most, a couple miles. This will take us days worth of travel.
Ooh, I have an idea. Why don't we sleep during the day and travel at night? That way we have to use up less water since it'll be cooler.
Understood. That would be advantageous. So we have a plan. All I have to ask of you is pack accordingly and don't die.
Okay.
Easy. I don't even have
And why
that
isn't
much
there
to pack.
Bro, why isn't there a puppet upgrade that can like turn my waste water into actual water like in
Dune.
fucking Dune, yeah, bro.
Fucking still suit. That's crazy.
Yeah, why can't that just be an upgrade, bro?
Could be at some point. Okay, as he's gonna sketch down the basic path. And then he's gonna annotate the map and kind of just do possible risks.
Sand. Hot.
Sand hot, not enough water, possible ninja, die.
Possible ninja.
Bro, just blitz it through the land of rivers to get to trust. I can blitz it, trust.
I mean,
Good.
if where are the tuning exams going to be held?
We don't know yet, but we assume land of fire.
Yeah.
No, actually, you do know that the next tuning exams are in fact in the land of
The land of...
The land of what?
the land of water. Sorry, Mist Village.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Really?
Fuck.
Okay, so bring a couple bombs.
Possibly prepare a Jinjuriki to nuke the place.
I'm blind as shit. I'm trying to find the land of water, bro, and I can't find it.
It's over here.
It's over. It is very
East?
west.
East.
Very east. Very east.
Oh fuck me! It is all the way over there.
My god, we've even got the lands from the movies. And you know that shit ain't canon.
Got the land of keys, bro, and they've got lock. No way.
Yeah,
Got Shangri-La.
Shit, we've got fucking the bloody mist tuning exams. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill a couple people. Trust.
Yeah, we're we're gonna definitely have to catch bodies now. That's crazy.
Also, I love these namings. You know, land of wind, sand, land of sand, nothing. There's even the mountain of streams has the land of moon, but has the moon village when there's a place called the land of moon.
I think there's a bunch of like.
What is this name? I
sand
love these
over here,
naming conventions.
okay, if we have that planned out, Sabito will basically dismiss you all to go get what you need to get.
By the way, that entire time you haven't realized Korai's there because he's been in a suit, so we haven't been able to see his face. He's just been standing there.
Oh yeah,
No idea who the fuck he is.
He just got told, "This is your team. Deal with it."
He's gonna like tap a part of his neck that like lets down his face guard as he goes. Seems good enough. He's like fucking 90-degree angle to look at the fucking map.
Yeah. Really need to install a knee bending feature.
No, there is a knee bending feature, but he's so high up.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, Sabito will dismiss you all to get whatever food, water, and supplies you need.
Yeah,
He
Takumi's
fucking
gonna
runs.
go look for the Kazekage because he forgot to deliver the scroll. The whole reason why he was here.
Oh, you catch up to him, like no problem.
I
He
got
doesn't move
sidetracked.
particularly quickly.
I got put in another mission again for no reason.
It-
He just showed up at the wrong time.
Took all of 5 minutes for him to move 10 feet.
So what scroll is it you're giving him? Sorry.
The scroll that says that I am Master's Eye student, as well as he's just gonna say to the Kazekage, "You look like you're in pretty bad shape, but don't worry, I've got something that'll help you." As he pulls out his little book of teachings that he received from Master Hanzo, and he rips out a page. So this is a super secret Uchiha recipe for medicine. As he gives it to the Kazekage, it is keep it real secret. Can't be letting that out. The recipe is just regular ass chicken soup with with just
No.
lemon and like a crushed up chakra pill in it. That's the only difference. Other than that, it's just regular chicken soup.
The Kazekage just gives a little smile and goes, I wouldn't worry, little leaf shinobi. The Sand Village are very good at secrets.
All right, he gives him a thumbs up and he just kind of heads out, very pleased with himself as he goes out to buy supplies.
Amazing. Cool. So, let's go with Gonna make a random roll.
Damn, bro. Yo, barber, fuck your shit up. Have some chicken soup.
Tenzin. Please give me a 1, 2, 3. Please give me a 1d5 roll.
1d5.
I know that doesn't exist as a polyhedron, but we are on the internet. It can be done.
Can
How do
roll
you
a
roll?
1d. I think it's like roll 20, so it's like /r space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
/r
it's /r
space
space
1d
1d5.
whatever.
Oh,
There's a d20.
That'll do. So
Just
Oh, my
halve it.
fault.
That's a 1.
yeah. It's in the text box under your rolling thing.
cool.
So
I broke
like,
all 1. It's fine.
Understood.
Wait, what did you actually want to roll?
1d5.
D5.
So /r space 1d5.
2.
Cool. You are heading out, and as you are going through supplies, you notice a shinobi that you've run into previously before, standing just outside the marketplace, chugging a gourd of water, basically just throwing it back, and just goes,
Throwing
cool,
it back.
that'll do me for a week. Oh, hey, you're the kid with the kunai scrolls, right?
Yep, that is me.
She looks at like all the supplies you're picking up and goes, "Oh, geez, you're going on expedition again today? You look like you're really stocking up."
It's a long journey on foot.
Which direction you going? I thought south was covered.
West, right? It was west, we said, right?
No, she kind of spots and goes, "You're going west? I didn't think we sent Genin west."
Neither did I, but the Sunagakure, I forgot how to say the names, wants us to go to a different village towards the west.
Oh, geez. Ruru kind of like taps herself down like a low key panic, like, I got it somewhere in this pouch. And then finally pulls out like a map of her own that she hands to you. It's very worn, it's very scribbly, but it's very, very annotated with numerous little landmarks of stop-off oases and other places of brief respite out in the west. She goes, I mean, we only really send like Chunin of our clan out west, so we know it pretty well, but I mean, I don't know, I guess it's super secret, so it's not for me to know, right? But yeah, I hope that helps, dude, because yeah, it's rough out there, man.
I'll take the map. I appreciate that. It'll help us out a lot.
You know, anyway, I gotta get back to patrol. Like, you know, she scutters off and goes, "Bring that back! I've only got one."
If I don't die out there, I will.
Cool. You have been given a Yomori map. So if you are ever out in the desert and to roll to discover a source of water or anything, you can have advantage on.
I'm like, we're probably not grouped up right now because we're all grabbing our own shit, but I'll show that to everyone first chance I get.
Mm-hmm. Takumi, give me a 1d4 roll.
Let's sauce.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
That's a nat 20.
Nice. You are being watched.
Yeah, he's going to turn around and look directly at the eyes of the person in the direction that they're at. You know, if you want to get my autograph, you just have to say so. I'm very, very sociable. Just, stay within 5 feet.
A girl is sitting upon the roof of a building that looks like it's been burnt out. For a brief moment, as you make eye contact with her, you get a flashback to the flames of your own past. And as soon as you blink, the building's fine. There's no scorch marks. There's nothing you saw a moment ago.
Oh, Lord.
The girl hops down, quietly muttering to herself. The desert reaper sounds the bell. They marched into the mouth of hell.
Yeah, so immediately at the flashback, Takumi grabs his chest, like where his heart would be, as he starts hyperventilating. No. It's in my mind. It's in my mind. It's in my mind. As he just kind of keeps repeating that to himself.
She looks at you, tilting her head, and you hear like a little crack from her neck and goes, "Oh, you poor thing. That's the worst place for it to be. You can't cut it out from there."
What are you talking about?
She just kind of goes up and goes, "Shh, shh, shh, shh. It's okay. You'll see them again. Everything's gonna be just fine."
I don't know what you're talking about. You're not making any sense. Who are you? Why are you talking to me like this?
No. She seems like she's walking towards you. And as it seems like she's going to stop, she just keeps on walking. And just goes, "Listen to the moon when it speaks. The moon is kind." And just keeps on walking through the marketplace.
Yeah, at that point, Takumi's on his knees just wheezing for air. What the hell was that? What the hell's going on in this village? As he manages to stabilize himself, he just kind of looks at her walk by. And he just gets a very, very not great feeling as he just kind of decides to run and see if he can find any of the other team members as he books it out of there.
Cool. Give me another D4 roll.
Okay.
You run into Sabito.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, I think I met a ghost. There's a ghost in your village.
You think you met a ghost?
Yes, a ghost. It was terrifying. I think it cast a genjutsu on me of some sort.
Are you sure you're not hallucinating because of the heat?
No. It wasn't the heat. I'm 100% sure. It was a ghost. She had tatters and she was very ghostly and it was very scary. She gave me a lot of very weird cryptic lines, and it seemed like she knew about my past, which is not very nice considering this is my second day here.
Fine, you can come with me.
Yes, I would appreciate that very much. Gotta say, man, you guys' village is all over the place. Cheers.
How it will be if you get destroyed from all angles, cut off from every resource that you ever had, and you have to fight just to survive. It's gonna be messed up.
Yeah. It's weird. She was wearing all black and tattered clothes. Are you sure you guys don't have a ghost problem?
Would I recognize the description?
Oh yeah, you're familiar with Shuri. You think people don't like you? People really don't like you and only put up with her because she's a medic nin.
Oh. I'd like to think Sabito's okay with her then if...
Yeah, Shuri has been through a lot. Being like quite a young shinobi, you will remember when she was first developing medical jutsu in the academy and seemed so eager to help. And then the war happened, and the war very much happened to her. Being a medical nin on the front lines at the ages of 8 or 9 and seeing the desiccated, mummified corpses that were being sent back from battles with the mist changed her, to say the least.
Oh, you say she had tattered clothes? Dark hair?
Yes, wearing all black.
Oh, yeah, I know her. It's not a ghost. It's her name's Chiori. She's a medical nin. She's
A medical nin?
she fought in the war when she was a child. She was sent to the front line. She's not exactly in the best mental state.
Yeah, you don't say. Like, I've had my fair bit of bad things, but man, talk about being a downer.
I quite like the girl. I think she's alright. She's just disliked by a lot of people, which is why I kind of gravitate towards her in a way, because I myself am not exactly well liked.
I can kind of see why. That was scary. I don't think I've been scared like that in years. Oh man.
Fine. Come with me. I'll get you your water and food as I am. And if we see her again, you'll be alright, because I'm there.
Indeed. She also told me some cryptic stuff. I should probably write that down at some point. It might be useful, maybe.
Okay. Very well. I will say, if are you okay with the desert for long periods of time? I understand you're a leaf ninja, so I'm not exactly sure how accustomed you are to that climate.
Well, I made it all the way here, didn't I?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
All right, great. Now let's go do anything else.
All right.
Okay. Korai, please give me a 1d3 roll. Nice. You are walking through getting supplies when you sense something sniffing at your hind leg.
Are you there?
I had my thing muted on my side.
No worries. Yep.
I'm assuming it's dog guy in it.
There is indeed a jackal wearing
Yeah,
his
that's what it's
staff,
called.
sniffing at your leg.
I look at him, I'm like, huh.
You know,
Do I know that the jackals are like
If it's wearing a scarf, you know it's an Inusaki jackal.
That's wearing a scarf?
Yep.
And just look at it and go, Inusaki jackal. I wonder what it's doing over here.
You know,
Does that like look around?
You know, Toboe, the young genin that the jackal is partnered with, quickly rushes over. Yo, man, it's Hokori, sit. Hokori does sit, but he's still looking at the suit curiously, like, yo, this thing's crazy. Whose puppet is this?
I press the neck again to like lower the face visor and go, it's mine.
Whoa! Wait, so is that puppet? Is it armor or is it both?
It's
Yo,
both.
That's rad!
I don't like this guy already. He uses the word rad. I just look at him and go, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Bro,
Recently made it.
Is this the thing you've been working on? You've been
Yeah,
working on... Dude, you've been working on this since the academy day.
Yeah, it's finally fucking done.
Shit, never thought I'd see the day.
Well, luckily you did, otherwise I'd be very pissed off if it didn't work.
Yo, so what, you going on patrol today? There's a lot of supplies here.
Yeah, I gotta go out on a mission. I most likely won't be back for a while.
Yeah, no. Oh, not for a while? Shit. Which direction you going?
That way, as he points in whatever direction I'm meant to be going.
It's like... Yo, there better be some good fucking aircon in that suit if they're sending you west.
I haven't figured that part out yet, but I run hot anyway. The heat doesn't really affect me.
He's like, all right, cool. Well, maybe this will help. He takes out a map and begins making some rough scribbles and goes, these are the trade routes that the Earth didn't get to. Like, it should be a pretty easier journey if you go these. I don't know if there's much water in the way, but like that should be more of like actual pathways than just desert if you're going that way.
As he like grabs the map and looks at it and examines and goes, yeah. Well, thank you.
It only goes about halfway. It's like, man, they don't even send us Inusaki out that. It must be pretty big.
Yeah, it's a as far as I know, it's a kind of big mission. I'm not really sure about it, but it should be. If it works out, should be very good. If it doesn't, we're all gonna die.
He's like, I'm so jealous, dude. They've still got me on.
Did you cut out? They've still got me on.
Probably. They've still got me on patrols, he says.
Okay. He looks at him and goes, well, you'll get a big mission at one point, man. It's only a matter of time. You are fairly skilled, especially with your little friend.
Oh, thanks, man. Hokori the jackal gives a little yap in understanding. Tomoe just gives you a smirk and goes, all right, man, well, best of luck with it. If I don't see you in a week, I'll assume you're dead. That's how it works, same. Right?
Yeah. Well, if I am dead, come find this puppet and you can have it.
Yo, for real? I don't know what I'd do with it, but thanks, man.
Put the jackal in it.
Amazing. Okay. Cool. So, you are given some easier routes. So when we get to the travel phase, you will be able to move double speed for the first 2 days without incurring disadvantage.
Unless I say no and I just throw it away.
Yep.
I'm not going to use it. Pain is everything. No, I'm joking.
So, night begins to fall. The temperature begins to dull. It begins to become what you would consider, Takumi, a hot Konoha summer's day at about 10 p.m.
Oh, man. This heat is killer. How do you guys stand it?
We've learned to live with it. It is quite cold. This is like, if I didn't have this armor on, I'd be sneezing. This is actually one of the colder nights.
This is cold? Oh,
Very.
Man, I need so much water.
Oh, it also gets hotter in the desert.
Yeah, luckily.
Why'd you have to
shivering.
say that?
Well, listen, if you were alright.
I thought it'd be just a little bit hotter. Oh. God, I hate the desert.
So,
Come on,
just-
you, bro. Who came to the desert and expected it to be cold?
You're the only one who suffered heat stroke so far.
Hey, bro. That's because I run hot, bro. It's not because it's hot, it's because I'm hot.
I also run hot. That's not an excuse.
Nah, bro, it is, bro.
So, do you guys want to do a quick break, or do you want to move straight on to...
No, I can move straight on. I ain't got nothing to do.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Cool. So, here's how this is going to work. I have some encounter tables. You guys are going to be journeying. Now, it's going to work. There are 3 options that you have. You can travel at measured pace, where 1 tile will work out to be a day's worth of travel. If you move at standard pace, it's 1 tile per 1 day, and that you will make a standard roll on the encounter table.
I know this.
If you move double speed, it is 2 tiles in 1 day, but you will roll at disadvantage. And if you move at measured pace, it will be 1 tile in a day and a half, but you will roll with advantage. You have about 10 days worth of rations and water, and you will need to find more in the field.
Oh, this is great. So let's
no.
let's just do speed pace. That way we don't have to
Yeah,
use
bro.
up as many rations. And then if we roll bad, we just get more rations essentially.
I'm so pissed. The environmental adaptation, which allows me to just not suffer anything from heat, is bronze. I've got to wait so long to actually have that.
No way.
That's gonna be useless. But all it does is that your armor is immune to any detriments from hot climates, naturally hot environments.
So we might end up
Okay,
going
yeah.
into like a volcano or something. It might be useful
Yeah,
then.
that's true. I can also breathe underwater if I choose it. Like I choose between, but like I get like immune to detriments from poison, heat vision. I can breathe.
So, based on the map that you were given by Toboe, you can move for the first 2 days at double speed without disadvantage.
Oh, easy.
Oh,
Yeah, we do
first
that.
2 days? Yeah, hell yeah.
We will start with your team leader, apparently, Sabito.
He's the
Please.
smartest, and he's the Kage's son.
Ping which tile you're moving to and the speed that you're moving at.
We can't go diagonally, I do not think.
Last tile.
You can go diagonal.
Oh, okay. If we are going at
That's
going
great.
at double speed, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'd say
Do you want me to just hold this out and then you can think it?
yeah, the idea that I had was go up here, get to about here-ish, and then cut across like that, and then move up a bit.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the minimum we can do outside of a straight line, which would still be about like 60 feet.
Yeah, so move
That's
up
60
to
feet, and
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please give me a D100 roll.
A D100, that's...
It's a lot of encounters. The real question is it going to go down every encounter we thing or no?
80.
80.
Very nice.
Nah, bro, it wasn't the funny
All right,
number.
boys, let's go. We're gonna do so much fun. Come on, please, God, send some bandits my way. I need some violence.
It's all fun until you realize all the, like, actual bandits that aren't called the fucking sand sharks
No.
are, you know...
We run
resistant.
into the Akatsuki.
That's on that one, I think.
Now
or
we
a
run into the
100.
Akatsuki. Oh shit.
That one we just die.
You travel along the roads that were outlined by Toboe, and indeed, as he said, it's very comfortable. The dunes seem to have created like a natural inlay in making something akin to roads. It doesn't feel like you're particularly rushing, but it feels like you're making great pace. Eventually, on the horizon, you see what looks like a camel. And as you approach, it's quite clearly less of a camel and more of a chakra beast, standing there boredly as it watches its summoner frantically digging through the sand. The camel is loaded with various forms of water and other supplies. You know, and the merchant is in the sand, is frantically digging like, no, where is it?
Hello, sir. Can we help you?
Oh! Are you guys Sand Shinobi? You're not like bandits.
No, it's on
We
Shinobi.
are.
Well,
Oh
I'm
my
not
God,
a Sand
that's-
Shinobi, but I'm also not a bandit.
He's a
Oh,
fucking
that's-
weirdo.
That's so great. Hey, I don't know if you guys want to buy anything, or hey, actually, can you do me a favor? Are any of you guys like good at digging or something? Because I had this really fancy scroll, and it fell off the camel, and I think like a little beetle or something is pulling it under, and now I can't find it.
Does the scroll have metal on it?
I mean, there's a little bit in like the hinges of the scroll.
Sabito's going to attempt to do his magnet release and attempt to pull something metal upwards from the sand. If he can find it.
Give me a ninja check.
I was like pulls out a fucking
Metal
like a
centipede.
shinobi that was hiding with a kunai.
It should be good. Yeah, I am. One sec, let me see. Roll well, hopefully.
You can sense tiny bits of metal in the sand, but like it's buried enough and seems to be being pulled deeper that you can't quite fully get a connection to it to pull it up. But you sense where it is.
Okay. Can I use the rest to move the sand?
Yes, absolutely. The sand goes and parts, and you see like a little sand gecko with a scroll in its teeth trying to pull it into a burrow.
Hey, go! Now!
It skitters away, and the merchant goes, "Oh, you guys are lifesavers! Oh man, this was like a custom order. I was meant to be selling it. Yo, tell you what, anything you guys want, like take it from the camel." The camel looks at you guys and goes, "Please, anything that makes it lighter."
The scroll. No, I'm joking.
The water?
Your life pulls out a knife.
I'd say, well, it's just water and supplies on the scroll, on the camel, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
what does it have? Yeah, just water. All the supplies.
Water supplies
Like
and like maybe like a couple of like if you a kunai ring or something.
I'd
Like
say
another,
to help with our Uchiha, we need as much water as we can get.
Yeah.
Cool. You take an additional 2 days worth of supplies.
Let's go!
Let's fucking go!
If you keep heading down that way, the sand village is just there.
Amazing! You guys have been lifesavers. All the best for your trip.
Yeah.
Bye-bye!
Skips off.
Korai, day 2. Where you going? How quick you going?
The fuck is Korai?
Okay, that's what I got. That's you, isn't it?
Fuck! I'm retarded. Sure. D100, yeah?
Yep.
First, we need to move.
My brain is going okay. It's not functioning. Oh, that's 78.
Oh, very nice. Cool.
Very good rolls.
Wait till it gets to your turn, bucko.
Oh, don't you? I'm not worried.
Give me a history check, everyone.
I'm not
yeah.
good at this.
No, it's fine. We've got it. No worries.
Oh, bro, what's this, nat 20? Ah,
Watch this nat 20.
6.
Watch this nat 20. Look at that. Ooh,
None of us got nat 20, we all lied.
that was a nat 20, bro. What are you talking about? It went over 20.
That's not natural, bro.
It is natural. It naturally
Unnatural
happened to
20.
be over 20.
Damn.
Why you always gotta be hating on a nigga's success?
Cuz, bro. The second word, the first word that you said that began with an N, and that's why I hate on you, bro.
So, as you're walking through, you notice something peeking out from the sand. Sabito, Takumi, and Tenzin all spot this. There seems to be almost like a statue. It looks like the top of someone's head made out of sandstone.
What do you think, Sabito?
And
You
I-
think you can pull it out?
I could clear the sand from around it. Whether or not I can pull it out's another thing entirely.
I'll try and pull it out while you clear the sand.
I suppose.
It's like a
he'll
giant
start,
plug. We pull it
Yeah,
out and
he'll-
all the sand starts draining.
he'll start loosening the sand around it.
I'm gonna give it a good old tug.
It appears to be an old statue of a shinobi. You find the perch that it has been recently broken off of. Given how clean the sandstone is, this thing has been buried for some time. Someone else recently excavated it and seems to have knocked it off its perch and left it to be buried again. There is the unmistakable mark of a club impact to the statue's chest. There's nothing particularly noteworthy about the shinobi himself. It could be any great. But you three notice that even though the club has dented the breastplate, there is still that insignia that you saw in the temple the other. The crest insignia of Genbu is on this man's chest plate.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking this might be that turtle guy, the turtle Jinchuriki. He might have been one of them.
By the way, looking at the impact, could it possibly be the guy that we met? Because obviously he had a club. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure it was the guy that we met with that big ass club that did this.
I guess he's got bad blood with the turtle.
Must do.
What
do you want me to do with this thing? Do you want me to dump it back, or do you want me to just put it back where it was?
Let's take a closer look at the statue, see if it's got any secret compartments.
I'm just twisting. Have you ever seen that video of the guy with the fucking hot dog and like stuff, and he keeps on flipping it between his fingers? I'm doing that.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh.
Let's
Look at
go.
the investigation. I'll give you an advantage.
Oh, I'll take that.
Nah, I won't take it. Damn.
Damn, a 12 and an 11.
It still has like a while plus 8.
It's pretty well built. Like, if you wanted to come back here later and maybe bring it back to the Sand Village, there might be but like there's nothing like. It's just a statue right now. There's no like compartments. There's nothing you could get from it in terms of like value currently.
How heavy is it?
It's a stone statue, so it's a good couple £100. Like, given your suit and your strength, you probably could take it with you, but it'd be effort needless.
I like how you knew exactly why I was asking that fucking question.
It's a thing we should do on the return trip. So
Yeah, nah, bro.
here's what we can do. Sabito, you think you could make a very tall sand pillar and just hold it in the air for me?
Okay.
You think you could do it?
He's gonna glass the sand.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to make a big marker in the sand, essentially.
I suppose I could. It is just only basic lifting.
All
Couldn't we
right.
just put it back on the perch.
Well, the sand's going to
we could
eventually
just-
cover it, so...
No, it's the sand covered it because the blow broke it off the pitch and left it in the sand.
Oh, okay, well... Yeah, okay, yeah,
I'll
then
just-
I guess we could just put it on the perch again, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it back on the perch, and I'm just gonna you do that glass thing so that it stays, because obviously it's been knocked off in it.
As he will cast Scorching Senbon on a bunch of the base of the perch to essentially weld it back together, just a cold weld.
Did you make
Nice.
that?
No, that's just Scorching Ray. I just renamed the Ray portion to be Scorching
Oh,
Senbon.
okay, I was confused.
Yeah, I just don't like that it's just Scorching Ray. So I made it fit a little better.
Nice one. Cool. Day 3. Takumi.
Yeah, let's go.
Where
Look
are you
at that
going?
one.
What speed?
Obviously we're going double speed, and then we're going
Oh,
to...
so disadvantage.
Yep. So
2d100.
There we go.
give me two D100 rolls.
Give me a d200.
2d100.
Nice.
Oh god, 2 low rolls, a 21
21.
and a 42. So
42.
21, yeah.
21.
Oh shit.
The Kikatsuki.
Please, please God, give me something I can be violent upon.
Nah, bro's about to get fucking chokeslammed by his brother.
Please. Like a
Like
starving
every
bandit, literally anything. A starving bandit, I don't care.
A starving
I just need
ginger
something
jerky.
hostile.
You guys... Behind you, you see as a sandstorm is beginning to close in.
Oh, fuck.
On the distance, you see a palm tree, the sign of an oasis. To the right of you, you see a set of cliffs. Which do you head towards?
The cliffs would be a wiser decision, guys.
We
We can
can
hide behind the cliffs while the sandstorm
We-
happens. Or,
we can make shelter
Hey,
at the oasis. If
That is
Sabito
true.
makes a sand dome, I can glass it, and it's basically going to be sandproof.
I think the it's like if I make a water dome and it starts raining. It's just gonna add on to the dome.
Yeah, like you could make a sand dome. If we glass it, it's just more durable.
What do you think, our fearless leader?
You know what? As a expert in sand, can I look at the sandstorm to see what is it heading directly towards us?
Not directly, but it will be with you in the night.
Okay, could I use my intuition to tell which would be the most wise decision?
In terms of shelter, like natural shelter, the cliffs, you probably could create your shelter as suggested if you headed to the
Okay.
oasis.
And there's a chance of water there, so... But wouldn't that attract things? Yeah, fuck it, we'll make a dome. We'll go to the oasis.
Cool. You head...
I'm just gonna grab one of you. As presumably the fastest member here.
You rush
Let's
over
go.
to the oasis, and as you get there, it is not what was promised. The
Oh,
palm
no.
tree is dried and cracked and practically fossilized from the heat. The ground, still with the inlay of where water used to be, has been reduced to cracked stone, almost drier than the rest of the desert. There are skeletons here, relics of the Third War that have been almost mockingly piled beside the tree. You see someone has carved the inscription of the Mist Village into the bark, and underneath written, "Long live Lord Fifth."
I'm gonna smash the tree.
And we check the bodies to see if they have any form of identification.
They're clearly all Sand Village shinobi. There's no identifying markers in terms of any family or Sand shinobi that fell in the war.
They have their headbands?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take the headbands so that we can return them.
I'll start making the sand dome.
Should have expected this. He says out loud, just bro, is there an oasis in this entire place that the Sand Village or Mist hasn't gotten to?
Korai, my friend,
Probably.
your outlook is too bleak. You need to take every shot, otherwise you're guaranteed to miss.
Okay, Leaf Village Shinobi.
You're staying between teammates perfectly. Okay. Takumi, prepare your fire jutsu. I'm creating the dome.
Alright, how big are you gonna make the dome?
Why glass? Just make it out of sand. If the rolling sandstorm has one stone in it, we're fucked.
Well, no,
Or do you just watch the sandstorm as it passes by?
it's gonna be a dome. It's gonna be very thick glass. So even if it hits it,
Also-
it's not gonna break it. That's not how glass.
Yeah, but
If you make
you do realize
circular
that
glass,
if
it's
it ends
bad.
today and we're still in the dome, it's gonna fucking boil us alive.
If we're in the sandstorm, we're not gonna get any sunlight, so we don't have to worry.
Let's hope it doesn't pass over in this fucking day. Could be so fucked, man.
Yeah, it's fine. No worries.
Okay.
Fine.
So I'm going to say, if you are creating a sand dome to predict 4 chakra from you, Sabuto.
Okay.
And then fire the scorching sandbon from
Yep.
Actually, scorching sunbound might actually not be enough for a sand dome.
yeah. You have anything fucking fireball? Just launch a fireball up and wait for it to come back down.
Oh, I've got it. Don't worry. As he's going to do the hand signs for a C rank jutsu and essentially make a big fireball to cook the dome instantly.
New rule: we have to say the name, so you gotta say Katan Kojaku no Jutsu with 3 exclamation points.
And you're not allowed to Google it. You got to get it right.
Well, no, it says it right fucking there.
I'm the
It
one
literally says it.
I'm the one who put it there. I translated everything and put it in the description thing. Katon, Gokeku no Jutsu, as he breathes out a gigantic fireball and essentially.
And it doesn't
makes
work if you say it wrong. B as the Japanese speaker, was that right?
Exactly.
Okay, good.
Cool. You guys make your own shelter. A glass dome over this ruined oasis. It seems pretty sturdy. If no stones crack it, there's a good chance this might be their way. But day 3 comes to an end. Tenzin, where are you traveling to, and at what speed?
I guess we'll just travel over to the next tower at normal speed. I don't want us to get fucked over.
Give me a D100 roll.
That's what I expect from an
Watch
American.
it be a
I don't even know
fucking
if you're
1.
American.
It's gonna be a 1.
To be
I beg
fair,
of thee.
we've made
What the
quite
fuck
good
is a
pace,
kilometer?
Ah, bro.
made
I don't even know
quite
what a
good
kilometer
pace
is. I
in
use
that
miles.
3 to 4 days.
29! Oh, for fuck's sake. If a sandstorm was 21, it's better than a sandstorm at least.
A small sandstorm sweeps your way.
Cool. I would like everyone to please make me a nature check. Whoever it was that ran into Ruru can make it at advantage.
I gotta check who the fuck Ruru is.
It's the snake chick, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yep.
Don't know why I thought it was Tobey, because fucking dog. Dong. It was like a snake.
Oh, nat 20.
I knocked someone's dice. Ooh, who got the nat 20?
Amazing
Ooh,
thing
nice
was
Tenzin.
the dice knocked someone else's, so they got 2 20s. So that's amazing.
You're welcome. Whoever got the other 20, you're welcome,
So,
Kurosama.
when you guys wake up, you hear the sand buffeting off the glass dome to the point where you can't make any visibility out. You go back and forth about whether or not it's even worth proceeding out into the sand because you can't even make out your directions. But luckily, Tenzin is able to make out the outline of the cliffs and allows you to progress. You will be able to progress into day 6 without any penalty.
Question is, how do we get out of this fucking sand dome? Do we just lift it up? Do you want me to carry it with us, guys?
That actually is not a bad idea. We could turtle shell that shit.
How tall is the sandstone? If I reach up, can I pick it up
Well,
off the ground and walk
it's
around?
enough to comfortably fit all of us.
Okay, yeah, so it's pretty tall. Unless we I'll just carry it.
Give me a
Fuck
strength
it.
check.
Oh, you
Turtle
bastard!
shell
It's
that
glass. It's a lot of glass.
Hey, bro, I'm a lot of man. You know what I'm saying?
You're a lot of metal.
Come on, please. That one.
You're
You
not,
trip and the dome shatters.
not man enough, it seems.
It's one size larger, and I have a fuck ton of bulk. So let me carry it, bro.
Don't worry, I've got this. I'd like to make the strength check to see if I can lift it.
You fucker. I already think you roll better than me, you fucking
Oh,
bastard.
I know he is. I already know he is. He just has to roll like a 2, and he's gonna beat your roll.
Don't worry, I got this.
You are able to help, but it is
It's not enough.
considerably. It's a lot of glass.
Okay,
And-
I'm just
Anyway.
gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna look at it and be okay. No, we're not moving this. I'm gonna tell everyone to back up, and I put my visor back on, and to stop tracks or anything, I'm just gonna smash the dome.
The dome is shattered.
There's
Alright,
a lot of glass
for
that
the
is now
cliff.
going into a sandstorm.
Don't worry, guys. I'll be completely fine.
I'm so glad the guy covered in a suit of armor decided to break
I'll
all
be
this
fine.
glass.
I don't know
Yeah.
about you guys.
Thanks for making
They-
a literal fucking blender.
Day
welcome, bro.
6,
To learn-
Sabito. How quick we're moving.
Gonna have to
Double
learn
dice, bro.
fucking infinity at some point. Yeah, I suppose.
2d100, please.
I believe in you.
Alright,
Not one,
we
we
got-
get
we got-
discovered by the Land of Stone.
Yeah, we got 4 more days before we gotta.
20? Yeah, 20. So worse than the sandstorm.
20.
Please let it be something we can actually fight.
Let it grow!
Combat isn't always needed, Takumi.
It
Yeah,
is.
true.
You can't fight a sandstorm.
Hey, bro, you can.
Now remind me how that
Okay.
turns
That's
out
what you
again
do.
for us.
Nah, but be level 10, get the feat, fucking, what's it called? The strength feat. Here it is. Fuck, my brain. Okay, I've lost it. Okay, elite strength, and just use, hold the line. Grapple with the sand itself, you can actually do that.
Grapple concepts. Embrace chaos.
Bro, it literally says, where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, you grapple with like the concept of it.
Nice.
That seems like a scam.
Okay. But, okay, what's 20, DM?
So, I would like everyone to make me a perception.
Right.
Oh, perception.
Aye.
What a classic. Watch this nat 20.
Oh, I really wish you
Yeah,
just rolled low.
Watch this nat 20.
Good rolls across the board. You guys notice that there are some silhouettes in the distance that seem to be staggering towards you.
Is it good staggering or bad staggering?
It's
Like
pretty
zombie
bad staggering.
shambles?
Like
Yeah.
zombie shambles.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Takumi's
I'm gonna
going
get
to.
ready.
Yeah, Takumi's going to activate Chakra Skin in advance, and he's going to use his. What's the name of the feature? Special recovery to make it cost half.
I'm gonna go like scout ahead. Like, how far away are they? Like, is it just like we can barely see them?
You can barely see them, they are off in the distance,
Okay.
but given that you're odd for it,
Have they spotted us?
they don't seem to be heading towards you in particular, they just seem to be going through.
Should we like hide, guys, or what?
I mean,
There's
are we sure
already
they're
a-
zombies?
Do you want me to go check?
Yeah, sure. You got the most movement speed.
Yeah, I'll go run at them to check.
Cool.
If they win, like, gonna attack us, I think they will now, considering the fact that they're seeing this fucking juggernaut run at them. I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
They are not human. They are staggering, cracked, broken. You see chakra flicker as if trying to connect to threads that are no longer there.
Are they puppets?
They are puppets.
Am I far enough away that, like, could I shout and they could hear me?
Well, I
Yeah.
don't think puppets can hear, can they?
Not you, you fuck! Not the puppets, you guys!
Oh.
Dumbass! Why? Oh, let me just commune with the puppets. I'm a puppet master, not a puppet speaker, bitch.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout. They're just puppets! But they seem weird. I'm gonna take a closer look as I get closer to them.
Okay. The puppets are just staggering through the desert. They glance over and they spot you. And almost instinctively, they raise their arms as if trying to scare off a beast and point their daggers towards you.
I'm gonna back up a little bit and just shout. They will attack us, but not if we're like far away, so we can just skirt past them.
Alright. Let's round around them.
I'm just gonna like slowly circle behind them to leave.
Cool. They do spot you and they do start trying to follow you, but they're not moving particularly quickly.
Yeah, we can just leave them in the dust, I guess.
Good enough for me.
So, day 7. You move at normal pace. Eventually, you realise that if you do stop to sleep, the puppets are going to continue chasing.
Oh, fuck.
Huh.
We might. Yeah, we're gonna be suffering from exhaustion if we don't take care of the puppets.
Okay. If they're not gonna let us sleep, we might as well just go destroy them.
See, I just wanted on record that, given the chance to be violent, I chose not to. They forced this upon us. They made us be violent.
Where the fuck is Neko, by the way? Am I blind?
Yeah, he, like everyone else, he didn't sleep last night, so he messaged me like 2 hours before. 24 hours, I'm going to bed.
Oh. I did sleep last night, you fuck. Bastard.
You're the, like, you and me are the only one, apparently.
Oh, they're fucking far away, huh?
Oh, no. Oh
my god, there are a lot of them. Hey, I'm the vanguard. If there was enemies, I would be at the back. Fuck you. I'm moving myself, bastard. No, I'm joking. I think I was there.
Fantastic. We love to see it.
Initiative, I imagine?
I would like some initiative from everyone.
Valid.
Let's
Of course you'd like initiative.
get this bread. Oh, hell yeah. Watch this nat 20.
Why do I always roll shit?
Oh, my game is lagging. It's not showing me the rolls.
No, I won't show you the rolls
Right.
anyway. You got a 15, Tenzin got a 15, Sabito 22. Unless that was our old initiative rolls.
That may have been the old initiative, but that's fine. I will.
Nah, fuck you. That is not fun for me.
Right, cool. Let me start a new encounter. Cool. Now make initiative.
Ah, worst 9. Fuck's sake. What's wrong with me? 5 or 6.
3!
4.
A 2!
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Jesus.
Oh, it's Sabito. Sabito was the only one that got good. Jesus fucking Christ.
My lord.
This is amazing. We fucking love it.
I am far too.
The puppets are very, Oh, are they all just getting 10 or are you rolling?
I just rolled once for all of them.
Oh, valid. So all of them go before us? That's amazing.
So, round 1. Sabito, you're up.
No, man, we gotta save the best for last, don't you know?
Bro, you ain't the last. Tenzin is.
I'm gonna be the last in combat, I guarantee you that much.
That's a lie.
But my shit. It says the game's paused.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it literally just popped up. It's no longer paused.
Yeah, I just paused and unpaused, so hopefully that fixed it.
Then. So, is that? Oh, just about. I'm going to comb. So it'd be. Oh yeah, it'd hit just these two in front of me. I am going to cast Dusk Particle Drizzle.
Go for it.
One second.
They have to start so far away, bro.
I need them to make me a DC 16.
So
dexterity
it was these two, right?
Yeah.
One passes. The other does not.
Okay, which I think... Okay, so... Normal. Okay, so... this... My bad. Because it would be on me from here. And it would just make it, if I remember. Yeah. So it would be... Can't place that. Have I? Oh yeah, I placed it. So... The one that fails took 7 damage and is poisoned, the other one takes 4 damage and isn't.
Okay, so -7, -4.
Was it 30 feet? So it's.
Poison.
Would that hit both of them?
It would, yes. And even if worst comes to worst, I could just literally move up one.
Yeah,
well.
I'm fine with that. Cool. And is that your turn? Have you got any bonus actions?
I don't have any. Oh wait.
One of them's weakened.
I will. No, because I can't activate that yet. So no, I'll end my turn.
Okay. The puppets shamble.
I was gonna get fucking gangbanged by puppets.
They're gonna try.
No, they're gonna. No, I hope they don't have any ranged options, but I imagine them could.
Because I've got a little something up my sleeve in case. Well, yeah, in case I do need to do it.
One of them rushes up to you and with a wheeze begins swinging at you with a tanto that unfolds from its forearm.
Okay.
And then I lose him in my sea of NPCs that I have.
Oh, why are they still so far away?
He whiffs quite badly.
Sobito does like the sand shield thing. Just looking at it with pure scorn.
But they have moved. That is their turn.
My turn, I believe.
Yep.
So, I'm just gonna run up to right next to Sabito. And
Can't use that, you know.
hey, bro, fuck you.
Nah, man, you should have got to that
The
big
only-
group. Honestly, it would have. You should have.
Can't. I don't. But I have movement. I don't have that much movement. Damn.
You could have hit the dash action.
Bro, and done nothing. I could have attacked once, but yeah. Just on this puppet, I am going to action. What's this called again? Wolfang Fist. $16.
That's a hit.
And then here's the damage. As I like fucking bang it on its head. 15.
Yep. And is that including your unarmed attack, or is that just the damage?
That's 2d8 plus 6. It's an unarmed attack.
Cool. Yep. Its face is promptly cracked as you smash into it, but the puppet is intact.
And as I see the puppet crack, I attack once more.
That's a hit.
I love that. And as I like rear up my left hand to give it a proper fucking gut punch. 17 damage.
It is shattered.
And no, move 5 more feet the other direction, and that's all my movement, and that's my turn.
Cool. Does 5e have move by action? Like if you have unspent movement?
Yeah, you can spend it however you want. So like if I move 5 foot attack, I can still move my other thing.
Nice, good to know. Cool. Cool, no worries. Takumi, you're up.
Oh yeah. So he's going to.
So in that like big group perfect for you?
Oh, it is. As he's going to weave a bunch of hand seals and cast the Uchiha Flameball Jutsu. As he takes a deep breath and he shouts out loud, "Katon! Gokaki no Jutsu!" As he fires it off. They all have to make a DC 17 dex save.
Two passes, 2 fails.
Alright, let's see that damage. That's 40 damage to the ones who failed and 20 to the ones who did not fail.
Cool. 2 of them immediately burst into flame. You see the wood splinter, crackle as they go from puppets to firewood in an instant. 2 of the others, even as they are splintering, still seem mostly intact.
Alright.
But not much.
I will also, since I cast a fire jutsu and dealt damage to one of them, I will put a mark, ember mark on this guy right here. And that'll be my... Actually, hold on. Bonus action, anything? Nah, we'll leave it as is. Alright, that's my turn.
Amazing. Tenzin, you're up.
I softened them up for you, so just finish them off and we can keep moving.
They are considerably soft. They are basically like... They have gone from their arms have gone from like reinforced like facsimiles of a human, now they look like sticks.
Okay, in that case, I will find the right one. Is good. Yep, I'll cast this jutsu right here. Did that work? Did it pop up? There we go.
Yep. One pass, one fail.
Half that on the success.
Cool. Even halved, they are not in any sort of state to withstand the flurry of blades that rains upon them, and both of them are shredded.
Alright.
And that's my action, so I don't need to do anything else.
Cool. Round the loop, it is Sabito's turn. There is one single puppet.
Oh, I didn't even see that one up there.
Can't exactly. Everything I do is going to be overshadowed at this point, but I don't mind. I'm just going to hit it with my knuckle blades.
Go for it.
One second. Don't know if that's... Is that... normal.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Huzzah. Critical hit. It's 10 damage.
Yep. Damage is damage. You slice that thing up. Any bonus actions?
I don't... Can I attack again with knuckle? I don't think so.
It doesn't have
let me check.
multi-attack?
No, not multi-attack. The light weapon property, I believe it does, but let me check. I've got the books up. Knuckle blade, deadly. No, that's hidden blade. Where is it? Iron claw, katana, dachi, knuckle blade. Light finesse hidden. Yeah, you can attack one more time.
Oh, sick. Go, my pretty.
The second one will unfortunately miss.
No.
I will add a +5 to that using one of my willifiers.
Go for it then. Then please roll damage.
Normal.
Another 4. Another 6, sorry. Negative. Yep. It is not entirely intact. You've taken out big chunks of it. The unstable chakra in it causes it to shudder. It raises its foot, glowing with light crackles of electricity or whatever residual chakra is holding it together as it goes to punt you in the chest.
Oh no.
Blunt strike. Oh no.
Mark you as the target.
Ooh.
I am going to... Oh no, I can't react to that. Yeah, so that hits.
What can you react to it?
Anything I do will only raise my AC up to 22.
Sure.
So it's a Constitution saving throw.
You should succeed that.
Okay,
So it will make its unarmed attack as a puppet.
Ow. Hurts.
3 damage plus the damage from blunt strike. You will take 12 damage in total.
Damn.
Ow.
That's
Owie
rough.
wowie, Jesus.
Holy shit.
And that is
Yeah,
its
brings
turn.
me down.
Got it.
Korai, you're up.
I'm gonna be like, ah shit, he's in danger, so I'm gonna jump right behind it as I am going to, this is like flavor, but I'm gonna grab it by its head and attempt to crush it, and I'm just gonna make a normal unarmed attack.
Go for it.
26.
That's it. And that is enough. Just describe how you kill it.
As I grab it by its head, and then I use my left hand to grab it by the under part of its chin, as I squish it together.
Yep. Yeah, it compresses, and once the head is removed, the rest of the puppet just falls apart lifeless, as what little chakra is left flows up through the neck and disperses grounded into the sand.
Could I roll something? Like, was this puppet... Its chakra was disconnected, so there wasn't anyone controlling it, innit?
Yeah, this is basically just... It is a not uncommon story that you've heard. Especially high-ranking puppeteers would put so much chakra into their puppets in the fight that after they died, the puppets would continue to operate like an automaton.
Korai's gonna go down to look at the puppet's mechanisms and go, truly a weird design. As he... It doesn't look like a very common ball puppet.
Incredibly common.
He's thinking in his head, why would anyone that has the ability to control their puppets even after death want something so common and not make their own?
That's part of the reason why it works so well, is because these are such simple designs, they take very little chakra to maintain. That's probably the reason they haven't shut down, is that they're so simple.
He's like, that pops into his head and is like... And it is like, his head is like, maybe making my mechanism simpler would be a good idea to like help with this problem. As he starts to like collect some of the puppets for materials.
Nice. As you do that, Sabito, you breathe deep into what might very well be a cracked rib from where the puppet's foot caught you underneath the diaphragm.
Stabito does look very pissed as he's just going to keep walking.
That looks like it was a bit of a nasty kick.
I'm aware.
Alright, well,
You wanna
at least we can rest.
Do you wanna rest for a second, Sabito?
You can spend a day on a long rest if you'd like it, but it will cost you a day.
Well, we're at 6 out of 10 for like the starting supplies that we had, so I feel like we could afford a day.
We also have an extra 2 days worth.
Of rations?
Yeah, so we're at 6 out of 12. We got rations.
Up to you, Sabito. Do you think you can move with that rib?
I think you should take the rest.
Movable. It's movable and it's not exactly going to heal anytime soon fully, so I'll take the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go on guard for a bit.
Okay,
He's
everyone
at
go.
guard. He's currently hunched over at the mechanisms of the corpses.
Cool. Everyone give me, everyone get a long rest, and then make me a D100 roll.
Everyone?
Nope, whoever's day it is, which I believe
Takumi, I believe.
Takumi. Yep.
All right. 100. Big numbers. Big numbers.
69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's
Nice.
go. What can I say? I'm him.
Most Himothy.
That's me.
Oh
I
wait,
am that guy,
we're
pal.
moving 1 day or are we moving 2 days? Oh no, it doesn't count for long rest,
Well, it's
doesn't
because
it?
we're resting.
Yeah,
I
that was the roll for the... So, as night falls, and you begin your travel for day 8 after a rest, I would like people to make a nature roll with me.
Again.
Oh, yay.
Can I
I
still
love
make
nature.
this one at a advantage?
Yeah, you can.
Hey, 19. Take it. My first actual good, like, non-combat roll.
A 6.
18.
Cool. So basically, everyone but Takumi. You notice that there is a growth of something coming up through the desert sand. It glows in the dark. There are a number of lotus-like flowers swaying in the desert wind that are reflecting the moonlight.
I need these. Oh, well, I don't need them, but I'd prefer to have them.
Do you want those flowers?
Would I be able to identify what flowers they are if I get
With
closer?
the roll you got, yes. They are moonflower bloom. They are flowers that naturally resonate towards a source of either water or chakra. And as you approach, all of the flowers turn towards you as if looking at you.
Hi.
They sway in the wind. But the fact that you have found them suggests that you are getting very close to the borders and to a source of water. If you take some time, you would probably be able to find a stream that runs from the Land of Stone or the Land of Mountain Streams that's very close to your location.
How? Okay, did we bring any containers for water?
You would
We
have
have
done
the
that.
ones that we've already used, I imagine.
Yeah,
That's
there's
just
ones
more
you've
like a
used,
big
and you would have
fuck-off
taken
board.
A couple gourds.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got
Okay.
a sealing scroll. We could have put him in
We're
there.
on a mission to, like, establish trade routes, and we're also on a mission to get water, so I imagine we take, like, a bunch of water
Yeah, absolutely.
containers. Cool.
Sobito would do, like, the respectful thing and ask if he can pick one of the flowers. He's gonna ask the flower if he can pick it.
Cool. Okay.
You don't get a response, but something tells you that they appreciate it. You may pick one.
Cool Rise just standing there, just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
If you don't ask the flower for permission, it won't bloom as well.
Okay, botanist.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, a big thing for Sabito, he does like botany.
Botany? Do you mean botany, or is that how you meant to say it, botany?
Botany,
It's
botany, I pronounce it differently.
It's Australian.
He's not Australian.
As he'll gently pick it, and it points in the direction of a source of water, right?
Yep.
Once picked, does that function still happen?
It does briefly, but you get the impression it won't last long.
Okay, he'll start following that direction.
Cool.
I'll follow you.
You are led along, and eventually you find a part where sand turns to mud. There is an underwater stream.
What is this? As he pokes the mud.
Korai looks at you and goes, I have no idea.
You there,
I've
Leaf.
heard of such a thing.
Leaf Ninja, do you know this?
What? That mud?
That.
Is water?
Mud?
Mud?
What a weird thing.
Yeah, it's what happens when you mix water with dirt.
Dirt?
Dirt?
Yeah, it's like sand, but not crystal.
Well, sand isn't
Oh.
crystal, it's tiny little rocks, fella.
So inferior sand. However, this one's wet.
Yes,
Water.
that means there's water underground. You should dig for it. Use your sand jutsu.
I can't.
I don't think it works on mud.
Huh.
I guess we have to dig normally. As I grab out my combat shovel. Yes, he made a shovel.
You dig, and eventually you come across a stream. It's not particularly clean water, given that it's flowing underground, but water's water. You can definitely purify it when you get back.
Holy shit.
This might be the first stream that you have seen in a good 5 years.
What do you think, guys?
Unfortunately, it's too far from the village to be of any immediate use, and God knows you haven't had the easiest journey getting here. But streams exist.
Should we collect
Fill
some
up
of
as
this
many
water to take
gourds
back
as
to
we
the
can.
village?
Yes.
I'm actually gonna mark this on Lulu's map.
I'm just gonna say this.
Oh,
Should
yeah, in
we
case
purify
they
this
wanna send-
first?
Well,
Because there will be a lot of, as a water scientist myself now, but there will be a lot of waste
Water
in the
scientist?
purifying process. So we can either fill up a bunch of gourds and return, and once we purified, have about half, or purify all the water to return with full gourds of water.
I think we can leave it here, and what we can do is we could have Sabito mark it on the map, and they can send the Yamori clan here since they're really good at being in the desert. They'd be one of the few
Well,
that can traverse this big distance and bring back all the water.
Tenzin was in contact with the person who has a map that is from that clan, so
Yeah, that is true.
I'll
Yeah.
leave it up to him.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna mark this on Ruru's map. And we can come back to this later. If need be.
Okay.
Day 8.
I'll replant the flower in this mud as the Leaf Village ninja speaks.
Mug.
Yeah.
Mud
The flower is
with a D.
replanted.
Mung.
Tenzin, it is your day to roll, I believe.
Is it?
Is it? I don't know. I lost track, frankly.
I think it was
I was the last one who
Sabito,
rolled, yeah.
Takumi, me, then Tenzin. Or is it Tenzin?
It goes Tenzin then me.
Yeah, but you're first, so...
Yes, because it goes me then you.
I haven't rolled yet, though.
Oh, then you roll.
My brain. I could have sworn Takumi was before me.
Yes, I was.
We shall roll. We shall do double because me like danger. Double the speed. 2 decently high rolls.
That's
actually very
76.
Yeah.
95.
Ping which tile you were heading towards.
What do you think, guys? Are we going this way or are we going this way?
I'd rather
No,
not
but-
step in Land of Stone territory because I feel like
Okay.
immediately they're gonna
So
be
yeah,
ours.
here, since it's 2 tiles.
It's like you're just watching their borders at all times.
Bastard. That's Land of Stone territory.
Oh no! We
Okay.
We fucked up.
Mission failure, they seen us.
So was a 76 get me?
Give me an investigation check, everyone.
Was expecting a bag of chips and a handshake, but I'll take the investigation.
I'm gonna spend my last will of fire to give myself a
Is that not 20 or is that 2?
That
It's
is
not
a nat 20.
watch this nat 20.
Natural 1.
Korai,
Unnatural 20. No. Wait, you have a
As-
plus 10 in investigation? God damn.
I have
as
a
you are
plus 8.
walking along,
Yeah.
you
You have mastery?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
as you walk along, you feel your foot. First of all, the desert is beginning to recede. This dirt that you have heard of is becoming more porous as you head out of the zone. The temperature is cooling considerably, and you are starting to see even flecks of grass.
Oh, sweet grass.
Grass.
Yeah. Takumi will rub his face up against the grass. Oh, it's so nice.
You can see that Korai is visibly shivering.
I have no fucking clue what I'm looking at.
Yeah, me neither, bro.
Oh, there. It's grass! This means that there's water all around us.
Does it?
Yes, these can only
Does.
grow if there's water underground.
Hmm.
Oh,
So we should start
finally
digging,
made
is
it.
what you're telling me.
Well, not here. I'm sure there's like a main source that feeds everything around here. We just have to find that.
Okay. I'm gonna like grab a patch of grass and start looking at it.
As you grab a glass, you come across something buried in the ground. It looks like a sealed box.
Oh.
Hmm.
Would you like
I'm gonna grab the sealed box. Is it like a big box or is it like a small little box?
It's about the size of like a sheet of paper. It's like just something used for carrying.
I'm gonna like try and get it open.
The lock is rusted, and as you open it, there is a series of flashcards inside that seem to be outlining a jutsu.
I like look at them all in like together and be like, is this some kind of jutsu?
Do
Do any of you know what this is?
Give me anyone proficient. Give me an in-show check.
Oh,
Hey!
alright. Easy
I'm
bet.
proficient in this shit.
Same.
Hey, I found it. Can I have advantage?
Where's Ninja? There it is.
Pretty please.
Nah.
Oh, you mean bastard.
A 7!
I still got 17. I'll take it.
Cool.
27.
You especially recognize this as a style jutsu.
Hey, what's
Hey.
that?
What style?
Water.
Oh, water. Okay.
Oh,
You
shit.
cut it on the water. All it was style jutsu, and I'm like, holy shit.
Now, almost immediately, this strikes you as something particularly valuable. This is called... The box seems to be outlined as something intended to be a gift for the Sand Village. This was almost undoubtedly intercepted and just left here to be buried, given the age of it. But clearly no one expected anyone to ever travel far west. The name of the jutsu is Water Draw. It finds water buried beneath the surface, and it draws it up to moisturize the soil. Clearly more intended for farmers rather than combat equivalents, but it probably could be used to turn the ground to swampland or marsh with a bit of refining for more combat purposes. But in terms of ending the drought, this will be invaluable. If there were, of course, any water style users to teach it to.
Fuck! Oh, one weakness. Here's water! Fuck! They've had in us solution on the silver platter.
If I may I have a look at that?
Sure. He like hands it to you.
As you see him kind of mimicking hand signs that he think it would do, but he can't really get it down.
Can you use water style?
Shit.
What?
Oh, well, that's out in the open then, isn't it? Yeah, I can.
Well, I mean, I don't think
Can you
any of
use
us
water
know that you... Yeah, none of us know that you could use water style.
Yeah, but like, it would be, unless you actually knew the style, why would you try practicing the jutsu? That's what's in Korra's head, at least. So, what's it called? What is the thing called? It's a, no, it's like a, it's a certain thing. It's a test of Fuck, never mind. But it's like, he doesn't exactly understand it if you didn't have the water. Ah, B's dead. Now the fucking... The fact that a 76 gave me gave us the solution on silver platter, I'm wondering what 100 is going to be.
It's true.
There's an answer.
Well, would you mind if I keep a hold of this for now, just to study it?
Yeah, sure. But I found it.
I understand. We will relay that when we get back that you found it.
Good. We should continue moving. I wonder... Yeah, is it just literally just the box? Is there like no... Because someone had to have taken it in it. So, is there like any...
There is just a box. It seems to have been just discarded.
Weird. We must continue moving. And ask about this box.
So, who's up next?
What is this box made out of? A type of wood?
It's
Strange.
It's like a metal box.
Oh, so probably a metal box. I'm gonna take that shit and turn it into something. I believe it's Tenzin's turn now. He is going off on his keyboard down.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I've been updating my journal this entire time.
Oh, nice.
Valid. I'm dyslexic, so I don't do journals. Ah, pussy again, going normal speed. Take a risk.
Okay, 46.
Well,
normal.
we don't really need to.
No!
We do.
must.
We must.
We're in the land.
We must push on.
Alright, this is
Oh,
our
we have
land
to
of waves, essentially.
What are we trying to get to? Are we trying to get to the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
shall
can't-
see the moon! Fucking crew.
We're essentially trying to set up a trade route with the Moon Village.
I like how Tenzin has been the one to not do double speed, and he's rolled pretty bad this entire time. Everyone's got a gift.
He's blessed by the bad luck dice.
You
Oh, it was
guys.
a 49.
Like, I'm trying to get us through this safely, and it's like, oh fuck.
So, as you guys pass over, you notice that the ground becomes more moist. This dirt becomes more commonplace than sand, and before you know it, there are entire fields of grass before you. You can hear running water in the distance, and you come across a wooden marking post that establishes the boundaries between the land of wind and the land of sand. Before you know it, you are standing upon a dirt road that has clearly been trodden by horses and farmers alike.
We take that order. Would that be like an act of war or some shit?
No, it's water.
I think, yeah. Maybe.
Oh, the border? I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, because like the water's in their territory.
Okay, you said water. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you said border, and I was like, wait a minute. Why would we take the border?
I think we need to get permission first.
It's water.
That's why
Like,
we're heading to the village.
yeah, exactly.
As you travel on, you eventually come across a small shrine on the path. A shrine maiden stands there, paper tags on a stick, performing some sort of ceremonial rite to a minor deity, and glances over to all of you like, "Oh, hello, I wasn't expecting visitors."
What are you doing?
To be fair, we weren't expecting to be visiting, so...
I just realized, did we all take our like headbands off? Like any identifiable things that were San Shinobi, or were we just walking through this place identifiable as fuck?
I think it'd be
You're
best
on
to
a
keep the
public
headbands
commission.
on, right? Because otherwise, how are we supposed to do diplomacy without, you know?
Put it back on
Yeah.
when we see him, bro. I'm just saying this because like I just realized identifiable is a little bit of a stretch considering you can't see my headband, but I'm in a big fucking metal suit.
Yeah, I don't think the headband would make that much of a difference for you.
Nah, bro. Rust.
Us.
I look at the maid and I was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, don't mind
Paying
if
my
I do.
respects.
Takumi is going to go up to the shrine and do a little prayer as well. Because why not, you know?
Is there something people do here?
I guess. I'm not sure.
How do you pray?
That's a fantastic question. Takumi doesn't know, but he's just going there nonetheless. He just kind of puts his hands together and bows and mutters some stuff.
And what does this accomplish exactly? Because I genuinely perplexed.
Well, I mean, it's just being nice.
Be nice to what, the signboard?
Well, the whatever deity's in the shrine.
And why would a deity care about our bows?
I don't know. I think it's just a way to say hello. You're asking the wrong person. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this.
He like hears the word say hello and he goes up to the shrine and he literally just says hello. And then he leaves.
Quit busting his balls. Let's keep.
Takumi,
Yep.
the next nature, survival, or medicine check will be an advantage.
Yay!
I prayed as well, bro. No, I'm joking. I said hello.
You feel like a little warm feeling is see, hear, or feel anything.
I'll ask the important question to the guy. Excuse me, can you point us in the direction of the Moon Village?
Oh,
The
of
guy
course.
just assumed their gender. That's a woman.
The shrine maiden will just smile and go, "Of course, just follow the moon. Just follow the path around. Eventually, you'll come across quite a few number of large ponds. If you just if you travel to where it starts to look really misty and shady, it's actually easier to find at night. But it's hard to explain. I'm not a ninja. I know like these hidden villages are hidden, right? It'll be really obvious, I promise. Not obvious because it's still hidden, but obvious enough to a ninja. I don't know how it works.
Oh,
It's just a big ass sign. Hidden village. Yeah.
wait, guys, I think I know what the answer is. I remember now. Yes,
What?
it's all coming to me. When I met that scary Ganon, Chiri, she said we had to listen to the moon. It all makes sense now. We just have to wait
You
for
listen to the
nighttime
moon.
and then put our ear to the ground, and we can find the
Haven't
village.
we been traveling at night this entire time?
You have.
Oh,
Yeah.
then Takumi
So it's
will
not
just put
currently.
his ear to the ground and listen to the moon, I guess.
Okay.
Ha.
I'm just gonna look at you like you're a fucking weirdo.
Listening to the ground doesn't give you any sort of immediate explanations, but you are nonetheless given the rough directions towards the moon village.
It possibly is illuminated by the moonlight, therefore we're following the moon to find it.
Possibly.
Give me please give me either investigation or nature checks, anyone who wants it.
Oh, I will
I'll
take
do
advantage of that
investigation.
nature. And come on, big dice, big dice. We love to see it.
I'll take.
Okay. You guys continue on your travels. It only takes you about another day or so following the much more natural routes. Walking alongside rivers and ponds, there is a very good chance that some of you have never seen this much water in your life. Everything in the deep, as you travel over hills and through mountains, you see the birth of natural water sources eventually running from a trickle out of the rock into flowing rivers. It's almost a sick perversion that this place has so much water in excess, and yet you are struggling over every drop. But as you cross the ridge of one of the mountains, you see, illuminated by the moon, as if parting a genjutsu, there is a village surrounded by water on all sides.
Holy shit. There's so much of it!
That's a lot even for the Leaf Village.
I haven't seen this much ever.
What do they even
We
do
could-
with all this?
They live in excess. I suppose if we could set up a successful trade route, they could lose a good amount and still be perfectly fine.
Well, you're not wrong.
Let's continue inwards before we.
Well, this water's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Telling me.
Yes, I am telling you.
So is it like a lake that they're in the middle of, or?
It's a small floating island in the middle of a lake, and individual little rivers seem to be flowing between the village.
Oh, all right. Yeah, then Takumi will point it out to the rest of the group. It's yeah, that's called a lake. It's like a pond, but really big.
We know what a lake is.
You've never
Don't
seen
patronize
one.
us.
You've
I've
never
read it
seen
in
one.
books. By the way, am I wrong? If you zoom out of the mountain, is this not the fucking sea? Why can't we just go there? It was blocked off completely.
Yeah. So it turns out actually, all that water has got salt in it, so you can't drink it.
Yeah, you can fucking heat it up. You can purify the sea salt.
Huh. Well, that and also it might be owned and or like boated across by the land of rivers and stuff.
Yeah,
so
It's
we might
owned
not
by
be
the
able
land
to-
of rivers.
Like
I
around
own the
here
sea.
is like you get the impression that the southern borders, the land of rivers and the land of water, also have a strong navy at their command. Like going to the sea would be very heavily patrolled.
Fucking bastards.
In addition to being like 4 days travel down towards the equator where it's even hotter.
If worse comes to worse, I don't mind taking point when it comes to negotiations.
You are the smartest of us. You also have seemingly deep ties to the Kage.
I was taught from a young age how to be diplomatic.
That is a good point.
We,
Where the
as
fuck
far
do
as
we
I
go?
know, we're trying to contact the Kage, as he does quotations again. Whoever's in charge of this village.
So, you guys head forward. The village seems surprisingly alert. If anything, it seems more awake. Almost every light in every window seems to be on. People are out doing their business. The marketplace is in full trade. It's as if seeing the Sand Village, obviously not at the scale. This is about maybe the size of a single residential district. But there are numerous shinobi, their village crest being that of a half moon upon their armbands. There is a sense of peace and tranquility to this place. The common colours seem to be deep dark blues and rich, almost luminescent silvers.
They should know about who the village leader is, right?
Surely.
Sure they do.
I don't know.
Sabito's just gonna rock up to one of these shinobi. Excuse me.
Oh, hello.
Can.
Jesus Christ,
Can
man.
you point to? He starts doing that little kid thing. Can you?
Man.
Hey, we're looking for your Kage. You think you can tell us where he is?
Oh,
Where are they?
The Tsukikage? Lord Second will be in the palace where he always is.
All right.
Is it possible?
Let us go.
Yeah. Is it? Oh well. Is it possible for us to speak with him at all?
They give you a look over and go, "Oh, you're from one of the great villages. I don't
No.
think I've ever seen a sand village before."
Shit. They know our disguise. No, I'm joking. Kill them!
It's a sand digger.
Goddamn
We come
dirty
here
sand digger.
in dire need of assistance, which is why we've trekked so far.
Oh, then by all means, please do. She points towards by what the sand considers a palace. It's very quaint. It almost looks like what you would expect, like a noble house of the Sand Village, at least before the collapse and the drought. But yeah, you were directed. Even the ground seems like moist around here. There are parts where you're not sure if you're actually walking on pavement or if it is just the lake itself. There is like a thin veneer of water. And yet, no matter how thin the water is, it's so crystal clear and reflective that you almost see a perfect reflection of the village at your feet as you do around you. It's like walking upon a mirror.
What a weird place.
I gotta say, it's pretty neat.
He's like in his head. People in this village must be self-obsessed, always constantly be looking at themselves.
Understandable. Wear your headbands just in case. They seem to be friendly to us. At least for now.
I say, oh, for fuck's sake. As I get out of the armor and attach the headband to around the left arm of my robot of my armor, and go back in it.
It's like going out of your house to open a window from the outside just to walk back in.
Literally.
The way
Yeah.
is guarded by two heavy-set gentlemen. One of them stands with a large shield buckler. It's made of a deep golden bronze that almost looks like a full moon as you see it, catching all the light. The other stands holding a kopesh-like sword with a curved blade, very much resembling that of a half-moon. They catch sight of you and, raise an eyebrow, because we weren't expecting visitors.
Greetings. We are from the Sand Village.
I see that.
We wish to discuss something with your Kage, if possible. We come in peace. We're not here to be mean or undiplomatic. We just wish to speak with the Kage.
Wouldn't our Kage have given us like some sort of identification that we can show these guys?
I mean, you've got headbands. They know that they recognize you as Sand. They look at each other and they see no reason not to. They part, and they make way for you to walk deeper into the palace.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
I gotta say, everyone in this village is very nice.
So far.
I don't like how many reflections there are. It's weird.
As you head deeper into the palace, you come across an old man with silk, almost pajama-like robes as he sits there, cross-legged, hands entwined, eyes closed.
Does this look similar to the prayer that we saw?
Not really.
What's he doing?
Okay. I don't know. Excuse me?
As you listen, you eventually hear...
Oh, he's sleeping.
I'll,
I'm gonna shake him.
Yeah, do it gently, considering he's gonna wake up to seeing a giant armored thing.
I do it as what he thinks is gentle, which is very heavy-handed.
Give me a strength saving check.
You'll break the Kage.
Strength saving check or strength saving throw?
Do
I'm
not cause
confused.
a national incident right now.
Save,
Okay.
Strength saving, sorry.
I have a fucking +9 to this shit, bro. And that's a 25.
Hmm.
Is that good
You
or bad?
are so delicate
Oh, thank God.
as you shake the Kage awake. And he goes, oh, hello.
Hello, sir.
He rubs the sleep from his eyes. He goes, well,
Oh, he does look sleepy.
I wasn't expecting Sand Shinobi.
Yes, well, I'll be honest with you, sir. We weren't exactly expecting to be all the way out here either, but desperate times call for desperate measures and all that.
I've heard. We were very lucky that the war didn't reach this far west. It must have been so terrible for all of you.
Yes, that is why we come to you now, actually. Things have not been well by any means for our village. Especially in the terms of water, so to speak. We're barely scraping by, being sent on scavenger missions to find scraps of it. And we came to you as a hopeful, diplomatic kind of deal. If you would be as happy to oblige me with conversation.
Of course, please. Tsukiko, if you would. The door parts, and a woman with almost reflective eyes, almost as reflective as the glass mirror-like fan that she waves as she makes her way in. Yes, grandfather. We have guests from one of the great villages. Fetch us some tea, would you? Caffeinated. I fear green may me back to sleep. The woman bows her head and begins setting up a tea set in front of you with almost ritual-like precision. She holds her fan out and goes, "Please, sit if you would."
Thank you, ma'am. He'll undo the gourd on his back and kind of lay it on a wall before sitting down so he's not accidentally breaking a table.
I'm gonna stand. Korai will lean over a little bit to, oh shit, I already forgot your character's name, Brett. Sabito? Yeah, Sabito, and he's just gonna look at me and go, "I don't know if you noticed when I got out, but I'm only wearing trousers."
I know, just stay in. It's fine.
Is it rude?
We can,
Not too.
we can play it that you have a medical condition.
I really would not want to play it that way.
Well, either way, it's not exactly like we have much of a choice.
Okay.
The man just kind of scoffs. Apologies, my manners. I have not formally introduced myself. He clasps his hands and bows and goes, "My name is Ujiyasu Soma. I am the second Tsuchikage of this village."
Oh,
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am Sabito of the Sand Village.
You know, we owe much of our reputation to the sand. When we were first establishing ourselves, it was the shinobi to help keep us safe while we were establishing ourselves. We even developed a jutsu of our own in tribute.
Yes. It's wonderful to hear, sir. Well, I won't sugarcoat much of anything. It would be disrespectful to both you and anyone involved. We come in hopes of making a deal of trade. Our water supplies have all but become null and our village is dying because of it. So, as you were one of our greater allies, we wish to come to you to set up a water trade.
You know, he just kind of, he's already sleepy, doe eyes look to the ground. It's like, I had heard the stories of the war. It truly saddens me to hear them confirmed straight from the horse's mouth.
Yes, our wells were all but dried up, and food and such isn't exactly any better, but we're surviving, albeit by the skin of what little teeth we have left.
It must seem almost profane to see such excess around you of what you struggle for in a village far greater than our own.
Yes, it is a bit of a jarring experience to see water everywhere here, and barely be able to see it on an off chance back home.
Then it truly pains me as well as a Kage of my village to ask you to forgive an old man for a moment of selfishness. For I believe I can provide you with the solution to your problems. But I must ask what you can offer the moon in return.
Of course, sir.
Oh shit! I like how we went on this thing, and the Kage didn't give us any acceptable terms of negotiation. It was like, "Oh yeah, I give you the power to negotiate, bro." He's like, "Nah, just go there."
It's Sabito's test. If he manages to do this, he's pretty much good.
Uchi.
Well, I suppose, as any great negotiator would, what is your bar? What would you like from us?
We are a peaceful nation. We have learned many of the arts of defense, keeping our borders intact, but I fear our neighbors in the land of stone have taken many cues from your old enemy in the land of rock. They grow more impetuous. Patrols on our borders have become more regular. If you young soldiers are able to get across the desert, very much appreciate if some of your own were capable of spending some time here to teach us to perhaps do more than simply defend.
So, in return for a trade route of water, you wish for us to send some of our shinobi to help defend
And teach.
your village?
No. I ask
Defend
for.
and teach.
I ask for. He sips the tea and goes, "What I am going to give you, young boys, is the greatest shinobi that we have to offer. I would ask for a loan of the same." No.
Well, if you need a teacher, technically, I know of one in the sand who's not having too much use right now.
Well, he raises a glass at him and goes, "I ask not anything that has to be done in the immediate future, but within the next year. We would ask to loan the services of Kojin Ishihara."
In return for the loaning of your greater shinobi.
He nods.
That
They are a master of the water style.
That would be incredibly useful, sir, and in return for what we get, that does seem rather acceptable in terms. It's probably a saving grace for our village. So,
I would like everyone. There's not a politics roll, is there?
No.
Please give me either. I'm going to say either investigation or insight from anyone who wants to make it.
Sure, why not? Oh.
Hey, I'll take that.
Nice.
Damn.
Cool. So, yeah, you all passed. Very nice. Shit, you guys are proficient as fuck in this.
We're diplomatic.
We're detectives.
No, I just have investigation. I'm intelligence based.
Now, what you all work aside from what he's been offered is, in the long run, this is a great deal. Because you know full well that a water style user, especially a Jonin, would effectively be able to end the drought. Anyone that can restore the Sand's water reserves and begin to restore the natural oases and all of the means that were poisoned by the Land of Mist would definitely improve the overall Sand Village in no time at all. The problem is that the Sand Village is very much due to its economic weakness by what few Jonin it has left performing their rites. You are effectively gambling the long-term stability and, frankly, survival of the Sand, but economically, losing Kojin for a month is going to create a new storm to weather.
I could take his place. I'll become the new head of economics.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard. You guys have a bunch of stuff you can sell to make money.
Very true.
Look at all the sand you have. Basically an unlimited amount.
You'd think the glass economy would be incredible here, but
Well, it's because you guys don't have like any artisans. Like you don't have fire style users going around essentially making, glassworks. You could sell it to all the rich people.
We have a large amount of puppets.
so in return for us losing economical growth, there's a chance that we just better everything around the village.
That is true.
So, do we make the deal? Because it would boost the overall quality of everything, but lose economics.
I'm gonna lean down to you, and I'm just gonna go. I think we get the deal in writing and go back to get the Kage signature.
And then we can send it by Crow or...
Exactly. Or by actual Jonin, since we were able to get her, I'd assume Jonin would be much faster.
I mean,
Yes.
do we have the time to wait?
The Mizukage is expecting an answer in 20 days.
20 days,
Yeah.
it took us 8. Well, how many days did it take us together?
It took you 10 days.
10 days. So, yeah, 20 days from now or 20 days from...
20
here's
days
the thing,
from now.
It's gonna take us.
From now.
It's gonna take us like minimum 10 days to get back, and then another 10 to send an answer.
Well, no, not minimum,
Provided
because
that the Jonin
place in
are
that thing,
just as fast
Tenzen
as
chose
we
the
are.
easy option.
Okay,
I think the smart play is to take the deal because there's always something you could do to supplement the economy some other way that doesn't involve having combat, right?
What does he need our Jonin for again?
He just wants them because they're
To
giving
teach.
them...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it looks like the stone is trying to, make moves and shit. So they need to teach their shinobi how to fight so they can defend themselves against them.
Especially considering they are loaning their strongest to you to solve the water problem. They need something else to ensure their survival while Tsukiko's not there.
that's... it's an okay trade, because we still get a Jonin level ninja back. And the water style.
Here's the thing, right? I think the water is going to be infinitely more important. Because here's the thing, right? If you get the water back, right, a bunch of industries that were basically dead also get to come back. That fixes the economy right there. It's literally a no-brainer.
It could also boost crop yield for us.
If you
Yeah.
get
It is a
your
very good
economy,
deal.
like if you get agriculture back, then you can start. It opens you up to not having to spend as much money importing food as you normally would. Then you can save that money and use it on something else. It fixes the economy one way or another, whichever way you want to look at it. There's no reason not to take this deal. I think
The
we
only
take
thing
the
I
deal
don't
and then
like-
just go straight to the Kazekage. Waiting for
But
a
the only thing I
response
don't
might be
like
bad.
is that... But the only thing I don't like is that realistically the Kazekage gave us almost little to no power to actually negotiate. He didn't tell us his limits. So we don't know, because considering the fact that they want Kojin Ishuhara, which is the seeming pride of our village, and also he grateful refugees, that literally everyone loves him. So us shipping him off to a different village could be seen in certain types of ways that could cause problems.
You
But
know what
think
I
of it
can
this
tell you
way.
right now? I can tell you right now, as much as people love him, I guarantee you people would rather have drinkable water and food.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying you got to look it from both sides.
I could, because in return for Kojin being sent off, we know it's diplomatic, so the people would understand. They get food and water, so it is a valuable trade, and I'm sure they'd understand it as much.
Yeah, no,
The
The real
we
question
guarantee
is,
you-
if we make this trade now, do we get her now, or do we get her when we also send Kojin? Do we have to say yes, go back to get Kojin, come back here, get her and go back, or do they give her now and then we send Kojin?
If Kojin is too important for us to send, and if they only want their people being trained, we could just substitute him for Nagatoki.
You could
Maybe
ask if
that
they
would
want a
be-
fast style teacher, considering the fact that,
Azai could
These
also be a
guys-
teacher, but
nah, not you.
In return for their ultimate, they need to get something of equal.
That is true.
But which would be
That depends.
why-
I'm going
okay.
to look at him and just ask, if we make this deal now, sir, will we get the water style user today to take with us, or will you want us to send Kojin with us?
No, he looks over to Tsukiko and just kind of almost seems to nod off. And she goes, If that's your wish, grandfather, I could return with them. There is like, the moon sets when it will, and rises when it may. Tonight's a good omen.
What does that mean?
We can go with you today if you wish.
Well, if she wishes to do so, I'm all in favor of making this deal happen.
I'm also in favor.
110%.
If possible, sir, may we shake on it and have written proof so I may show the Kazekage?
Of course. Tsukiko, fetch me some scroll and ink and what.
I'm sorry for being selfish. Is it possible for us to refill our water so we can make our way back?
Also, we'd like to buy some water as well, as much as we can carry back to the village. We'd like to buy it.
Yes, we can pay in some way if need
Rio.
He'll send the money with the guy.
He just kind of laughs and goes, "Oh my word! What honorable young men that wonderful fourth Kazekage. My friends, bring gourds with you, fill them to bursting. Yes, I require no payment from you."
Sabito will gently reach out his hand.
Soma will shake it with a grip so soft you're not even sure he's attempting to.
It's a pleasure doing trade with you, sir.
If they got water like that, I'm gonna ask for them to fill up at least enough to fill two item scrolls.
2 bathtubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Takumi has 1 scroll. He will also buy however much can fill up that scroll.
I also
Nice.
have a scroll that I specifically put my puppet in, but it can carry water.
God, we are going to be bringing back so much water, guys. Holy shit.
Yeah, you guys pretty much sure you stock up enough to like fill the central repository tower.
I just have gourds on gourds on gourds.
We've got so much water. We're so in it.
Fucking making dough.
Our main goal now is to make sure that she gets back to the Sand Village unharmed.
Yes. As well as updating the map with any interesting things we find on the way back.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can grab that statue if need be.
Oh yeah, that too. We need to bring that to the Kazekage.
Yeah, I gotta go fucking grab that shit. Only problem with being the only fucking frontliner. I have to carry everything.
That's what you're here for.
Is signed and it is stamped with a wax seal that resembles a waning moon. The Tsukikage looks at her and goes, "They will not look at you as if you were a foreigner, Tsukiko. But in time they will perhaps see you as a symbol. Reflect well on what you are. Give a good account of the village. For once you are beyond these borders, in this village's eyes, you are the moon." She bows her head. Soma looks at all of you, reaches into his pocket, and pulls out a handful of sand. He blows it, and like gold dust, it wisps around his head, and he closes his eyes, and once again begins to snore.
Bro has a roofing jutsu he made just for the sand. Crazy.
Well, Takumi is going to very quietly walk out of the room nest and not wake him up.
I'm gonna very loudly walk out the room. I can't do it any other way, bro.
Yeah, you literally can. I know them floorboards are creaking loud as shit.
I'll take the scroll and attach my sand god back to my back.
Alright, I have got
Well,
5 bulks worth of water in my scroll, and I don't know how much Rio that is to pay up.
I have 2 big gods worth, and apparently we're getting it for free.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna make us pay?
No.
Alright, shit.
He's just happy we were willing to give up a shinobi to help teach them how to defend themselves. So, overall, mission success, in my own eyes.
Yeah. We just gotta hope that there isn't like outrage at the village. Imagine it's just like, you dare! No, we're going to war. It's like, bro, one dude.
We ended the drought.
No! We need him here. Fuck the drought, fuck the people.
Okay, I assume we just fill it up in either the lake or whatever clean water reserves they have.
Yeah. Imagine they have like a fucking well.
They are literally surrounded on all sides by fresh streams.
Yeah, true.
You would
Yeah, we just
struggle to
grab
find
all
a
that
place
shit.
you couldn't fill this thing.
I'll try. I dig underground as far as possible to the molten core and try and fill it up. I brought water! That's molten lava. Nice water, bro, trust.
Yeah, fill up to
Hold on.
our content for now.
All I'm saying, if we glass the entirety of the Land of Wind so there's no longer sand and pure glass, we can find the water. Tell
It's
me
true,
I'm
but
wrong.
that is a lot of fire and losing a lot of sand.
Bro, trust.
Yeah, I think it's better to start using all these like fire style users to have them go into the pottery business.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Just fucking
Okay.
glass. I nearly said glass the sand, but then I realized that, yeah, bro, we just evacuate and nuke them.
Yeah. I'll ask the woman if are you proficient in combat, miss, just in case.
Defensive style mostly, but I'm capable.
Okay. That is all we need to ask of you. We'll try and get you back to the Sand Village as safe as possible, but obviously it's a big desert between here and the village, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
To be fair,
no
we only
big deal.
ran into one combat.
We
so
can protect you very easily.
But I will see to it myself that you are given good accommodation. And you are welcomed with open arms by the village. I'm sure they'll see you very positively.
Yeah, you're literally going to be the Messiah. There is no other way to put it briefly. Shall we leave now, or shall we stay for a bit?
I think we need
It's
to.
better-
Yeah, we need to go because
Good.
the Rain Village still waiting on their response.
Well, let us fucking run.
It's best to move under the cover of midnight.
Also, I'm just gonna say this. It's a good thing that we didn't include, the Rain Village situation, but it's also a very bad thing, because inadvertently, if they find out, they would have started a war with the Rain Village by complete accident.
True.
They're gonna be a little bit pissed, but hey, this is a pretty good deal considering the fact that they are literally starting a war with the Rain Village on our side.
It's true, it's true.
Wait until she fucking finds out, bro. She's gonna be pissed.
Well, in reality, we were just sent here to get water. Be diplomatic. And
They
we got
didn't give
water.
us any, it's their fault, bro. They should have been what we can and can't discuss.
It's fine.
Okay.
I think we walked out with a fantastic deal. Now we just gotta run it back there before they fucking.
Yeah, they fucking went to sleep with a really shit deal, I'll tell you what. But yeah,
I think they got
we
a
make it at
deal for
speed.
what they needed, which is good. It's
didn't
all
have
about
any of the
keeping good
information.
relations.
But if you were to find out that you had this deal, but inadvertently you started into a war with all of America, how do you feel?
Here's the thing, right? Let
Like
me put it this
Texas
way,
in
right?
terms of size.
It's one thing if it was like all of America, but imagine if America couldn't get to where you are, because they'd have to go through a bunch of other shit first.
If I remember
That
correctly
is
on the
true.
map, isn't like a lot. They could literally just skate around, like we did. We went straight, but they could literally skate around to where they are.
Yeah, they'd have
Yeah,
to
they
still
do.
go through the rock and the stone, which I don't know if they're
Well,
on
they could have
friendly
peaceful
terms
relations.
with. I don't think so.
Either way, yeah, we'll DM will start making our way
Yeah.
back.
Okay. So, you guys take in an inordinate amount as you go. Are you traveling straight south through the Land of Stone, or are you basically going back
Back the way we came. I don't think we want to risk going through the
Yeah,
land of stone.
we can't
So-
trigger a conflict before they get there.
1 day, 2 days? We're going to start again with Sabito for day 3. How are you traveling?
We're still
Yeah,
in the village screen.
Damn it. There we go.
There we go.
Just well, first and foremost, make sure our attendant is well hydrated.
Yeah.
Well,
Tsukio,
Chicken
then-
like water.
as you head out, further into the desert, she begins fanning herself with quite regularity with the with the glass fan that she has, and goes, "Oh, so this is the temperature of the south."
Yes,
a lot better.
It's
very
awfully
dry.
hot. Yeah, you don't
That's
get
not that
used
hot.
to it. That's the sad part.
Shut up, foreigner. I'm joking.
luckily,
What about this
I
stuff?
rest assured. The closer we get to the Sand Village, the more bearable it becomes.
Yeah. And we're moving at night, so you're lucky you don't have to witness the stuff in the day.
Yeah, this guy
Uh,
almost passed out from heat stroke when we were moving during the day. It was very
Yeah, I
bad.
run very hot. Mind you, he gets out of his armor for a quick second, and obviously when Captain America goes to, the change and it opens it's just ripped and, fucking glistening.
All
It's
the
that.
steam.
Just a fuck tons of steam.
It's just that. Are we going fast or are we going normal pace?
We've
Fast,
got to
bro.
go.
Really get that.
We got to go fast.
Okay.
The only problem of being faster than light is you always live in darkness.
Cool. Give me. Yep.
The 2D100.
Hey, a poopy.
15.
15, fuck's sake. You've doomed
Shit.
us. You've doomed us all.
You killed us.
You told me to go fast.
Nah, bro, trust. Nah, bro,
You-
it's gonna be easy. If 24 was puppets,
I think so.
Our rolls are getting lower and lower. I think unironically, we're running to the
Anyway.
Akatsuki, dude.
Give me.
nah, don't worry, bro.
I would like everyone to make me a perception.
Ah, shit.
I
This
trust.
It feels like it's going to be a stone ambush. I just know those fuckers. I believe 100% they would chase us into the desert to do that because they're assholes.
I just realized me and Takumi's dice are very looking.
Mine got the fire code. It's sick.
I need to go do something for a second. Oh, not 20! Woo!
Very nice. Yeah, with a series of 23s. As you guys are settling down to rest during the day, you find yourselves awakened by slight vibrations in the sand as you feel tremors approaching.
What happened?
Oh.
Who's dead?
Immediately, Takumi is going to activate the chakra skin. Like he's on high alert.
What
Make
happened?
sure our attendants are okay. There's tremors in the ground near us.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Obviously, I'm still in my armor. I have nothing to activate, so I'm just gonna get ready.
Well, we don't know if it's an ambush yet.
After he,
Do we surround the woman?
yeah, let's cover her. She's the most important.
I said
person here.
surround the woman, and all I thought of was obviously the
Oh,
fucking
stand
white
between
woman
her
on the
and the
couch
stuff.
with the black guys.
Yeah, no, not that.
Okay. Would I be able to recognize anything? Like, is it a normal quake or is it unnatural?
Oh, it's unnatural. It feels like something approaching. It's like being on a path when there are horse and cart on the other end approaching you.
Okay. Sabito's gonna kind of peek out a bit to see if he can get a glimpse of whatever's coming.
You see, rushing through the sand, directly towards you guys, over on, and very quickly coming over a dune, with loud hooting and hollering, a vast number of sand sharks.
Oh shit! There's more of them.
Get ready.
You know, one of them catches a glimpse of you and leaps up out of the sand, standing atop a dune. His armor is made of tattered leather and various bones of desert creatures, with a sword made of much the same. You know, he glances out towards each of you, tapping his sword on his shoulder, and goes, "You know what, boys? I do think this nose of mine's getting better ever since I lost it.
Holy
I
shit.
told you I smelled water, didn't I?"
Oh fuck!
It's an ugly ass motherfucker.
This is crazy.
Yet more bodies to add to the endless sands.
A fine addition to my collection.
Didn't I burn a bunch of you guys already? Why are you back?
Oh, you're what happened to our lads that went north. Right, good to know. I was gonna be diplomatic, but since we're there already, get gutting, lads!
Jesus Christ, Takumi, maybe next time shut up.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like the type to be smart enough for diplomacy.
Oh, by the way, obviously reset the thing because we got our old initiatives.
Yep, and I'm gonna say, that is where we end this week's session.
Oh, thank God. I said thank God for some reason. Not too bad. Fair enough.
Bombastic
Understood.
side-eye. Don't side-eye me. This guy was already a villain.
Why do I always start in the fucking back, and why do we got peen formation?
You guys can put yourself wherever you want, so long as where.
I would 100% be at the front. Like, why am I always at the back? Go like, yeah, there.
I'd probably
Actually,
be
make sure
up
I can
front
actually
as
reach
well.
fucking anyone, bro.
Damn, I'm actually kind of far now that I'm looking at it.
You're like in range for like most of your shit.
Most of my shit is range 30.
No, you got your fireball. That's like fucking 60 odd foot.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, that is where we will, we'll wrap up, I think.
Cool.
Sick.
Thank you for the session. Very fun.
All good. So, just gonna do a quick thing that I like to do for down. So, no level up yet, but that is definitely on the horizon. We're gonna go around the loop. Tenzin, what did Tenzin learn this encounter?
Tenzin died.
Tenzin's muted.
Rip.
Tenzin, you're muted.
Oh, who's standard person? Is he another one of the leaf motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Slendy are part of the leaf group.
Fuck the leaf.
Yeah, we are about to absolutely cook the shit out of him in the.
Yeah, get your ass on out of here, boy.
We're gonna cook him in the tuning exams. Just you wait.
Bro, talk to me. That includes you, bitch ass.
Yeah.
Trust
Brother, we're cousins.
you do not want me on the. Neither of you want me on the opposing team. All right, I'll tell you that much.
Get your bitch ass on out of here, bitch.
If we get to level 5 before the tuning exams, I'm just gonna give you a warning. Shit ain't gonna look pretty. For either side.
Bro. Are you threatening me? For real? I see how it is.
I do not make threats, I make promises, alright? These are statements.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
You make lies.
By the way, VS, can I have
Yep.
you for a moment?
You can when I'm done with the wrap up. Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So let's go with bam. While we're waiting for Tenzin. Let's go with what did Sabito learn this time?
Be diplomatic, kill people.
Valid.
Essentially, if there's a better option, take it. If not, add bodies to the pile.
Cool. What did Kurai learn?
Simplicity is peak. Simplicity is pure art. You must simplify something before you go overcomplicate it.
Very nice. Takumi.
It's great to be nice, even if you don't have to, because you might get rewarded for it.
I like that one. I like that. And Tenzin, if you are there and not typing.
Nah, B is typing, bro.
Rip.
I don't know. Seemed like a regular day for him.
I kind of rate that. Nice one. So we are set up to basically dive straight into combat encounters next time we get up. I think I'm good to run next Sunday. I will need to confirm, but yeah.
Sound.
Awesome. Thank you for being here, guys. I'm gonna go and bob the standard for what he wants. I'm gonna get a drink very quickly first, but yeah, awesome. Thank you for playing.